All right, what it do, everybody? Just figured I'd come to you live on a Sunday. I ain't got shit to do, but go live, talk a little shit. I saw this interesting interview between Willie D and David Lucas. I have a little bit about them in the comment or the description, but they sat down and talked about some controversy that David Lucas got into recently. He's a comedian. He's kind of up and coming right now, really making a name for himself and blowing up a little bit. He's a part of the Kill Tony family, and he prominently like a roaster. That's his big thing. Um, and then Willie D is like he was a Houston artist in like the '90s, part of the Geto Boys. He kind of had his own solo career too. He has songs with like Bum B, Pimp C, a bunch of the Zero, a bunch of Houston guys. So he's well known and respected in Houston. And he's got into politics in recent years. I could be wrong, but I almost want to say he started teaching on some level. So shout out to both of them. It was good that they took the time to sit down and have a conversation. And anyway, I just wanted to pick it apart, give my thoughts on like their points of view, the arguments they're making, and just kind of go through it with y'all if y'all here with me. So let's get into it. I'm gonna make sure my audio is good before I jump in. So give me a minute. Hey, what's up, Josh? You in the chat? How you doing? Hope you and the family are having a good Sunday. Let's see. Ooh, I probably got an echo. Let me check this shit out.
Joke. Did you call me man? Huh? Don't be shy. I'll turn these lights on. Speak up. What'd you say? Turn the lights up. Turn them all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I want it to look like y'all cleaning up in this. Turn the lights up. Stay talking. Don't want to
Yes, sir, Josh. You already know, brother.
talk. Turn the lights up, bro. Come on, come on. Where he at? Where's? Look, they point that nigga out like, bitch, I ain't about to catch no stray bullet for your motherfucking ass. I got to see this nigga that called me titty man, cause if this nigga fat, boy, I'm about to turn the back lights on specifically. We gotta. I still can't see this black ass nigga. Huh? Yeah, you is, nigga. Your ass look like you look like Big Boy after that surgery. Huh? This nigga saying nothing with your Tyler Perry face ass, nigga. Your ass look like you made out of Play-Doh, nigga. Get your that nigga back there with $8 worth of drinks, bitch. You ain't shit. with a backwards hat on like it's 2002, nigga. What the fuck? Huh? You wanna come on stage with me? Come on stage, bro. Come on, nigga. Fuck it, it's a late night show.
Let me just say this. You gotta be a brave motherfucker to go on stage with a comedian that's polished and fucking a roaster nonetheless. Like, he knew no one was gonna go up there, but if you would, you're brave. Braver than me.
Yo, nigga, come on stage, bro. Come on, nigga. You wanna talk all that shit? Bring your ass up here. Let us see some of that terrible out. Man, just bring your ass on stage, nigga. Stop yelling from the. You can turn this. Like, come on stage, bro. Well, come on stage. They won't kick you out. Nigga. Come on, your tab ain't number $16, nigga. I'll take care of it. That nigga he back there drinking Coors Light, nigga. Come on stage, bro. They won't kick you out. I promise. They're not gonna kick you out. Come on stage. Are you coming? If you don't come on stage, you're gonna get kicked out. Come on, nigga. Come on, bro. Come on, nigga. Hey, you got 30 seconds to make up your mind. All right. So you can't bring black people nowhere, nigga. This why I tell racist jokes so niggas don't come. Man, come on stage, nigga. Like, he's scary. All right, that's his last heckle. The next one get him kicked out if he don't come on stage. Oh, they got a spotlight. Hey, if you come on stage, I'll buy you a bucket of beer.
I'll buy you a bucket of beer.
Jesus. Y'all see why I don't like black people? How much is it gonna take you to come on stage? I'll buy your whole table a round of Hennessy shots. I know that's what y'all drink. I didn't think he wanted no smoke. That nigga wanna talk in the shadows. Nigga try to ruin the whole show, man. All these fucking good-ass white people at my show. And you wanted to show them the reason George Floyd got his neck nailed on.
See, now this is the line that started the whole controversy and really got it going. But, you know, this could be one of those things, kind of like the Cat Williams thing and a lot of things that happen, especially in, like, pop culture, is like, you know, it's what's more or less known as like a humiliation ritual. So this might be like a low-level one where it seems like it's all bad for him, but if he gets a bunch of publicity, really it could end up improving his career. So, but this is the comment that really started everything right here.
Ruin the whole show, man. All these fucking good-ass white people at my show. And you wanted to show them the reason George Floyd got his neck nailed on. Don't ooh at that joke. It's just a joke, man. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot that nigga. That was way too long. Oh my God. I think I just canceled the rest of my black fans. But you ain't gummy worming no dick and no ass. You ever seen an asshole that got the same skin as an elbow, nigga? You ain't putting shit soft. All right, Bill Cosby just left. Appreciate you, dog. Oh, they going to the bathroom, my bad.
Bro, some innocent bystander caught a stray.
Thought Bill Cosby was gone, nigga. Oh, they gone. He got to change that diaper first. Oh, you back, buddy? Leather Jack, he won't even talk to me. That's old school nigga. Man, you up here making us look.
You know about George Floyd before you get
You need to know about George Floyd. Typical shaming, finger wagging, as if he doesn't know. As if he doesn't know. It's like, come on, he knows. He's standing on what he's saying. You need to educate yourself. Like, that's what a lot of these people on the left love to play the victim, and they think I'm more educated. You need to listen, and you don't have compassion. You don't have intelligence. It's like people on the left need to chill with that ego. That's what I feel, and a lot of other people feel.
I've been to Minnesota, and I went in the gas station, and I asked them niggas to let me see that fake 20. This night is a disaster. We don't do refunds, big dog. Appreciate you though, bro. That leather jacket fire as hell. Oh, he got a... I hope this nigga don't shoot me one of them old ass pistols, nigga. Oh, he put the hat on, nigga. Goddamn right, nigga. And they gonna slap me then smoke a Camel. It's called comedy, nigga. You really stoop low to put the outfit on, nigga. You look like you drive a yellow taxi cab, nigga. Your ass. Okay, he'll get up out of here, nigga. This nigga must have got a free ticket. Hey, bring my backpack back. Bring my backpack, nigga.
David Lucas said, bring my backpack. He is not trying to get caught lacking. I love it.
Okay, you should take it. I ain't fucking around. Yeah, bring my backpack. Nigga. Swear to God. Bring my backpack. Bring my whole backpack. How many more black fans I gotta hit that might leave? Oh, good shit, man. I got. Cause nigga, I was just warming up with that George Floyd shit. You ready to go? All right, baby. Okay. I can tell you voted for Biden. All right, get out of here, baby. Come on. Don't make it a big deal. Come on, baby. You already bought that VIP ticket, bitch. I got that $42. Buy a t-shirt on the way out, too. I got a Make America Roast Again shirt in the style of Trump. If your friends having a good time, don't make them leave because you upset about a nigga you didn't know. I ain't know that nigga. I ain't got no feelings about him. Come through the front like that nigga. We want to see your outfit too, bitch. Fuck it. Put on a fashion show. Come on, baby. Escort her this way. I got to see the outfit, man. How did y'all find me to come here? Okay, she said she knew it. Okay, I like it when you know it. Baby, how did you find me, sweetheart? I gotta wait till you, huh? OnlyFans. This nigga still got jokes from the back. He still got jokes from the back. I'm trying to figure out how they found me and got offended. Nigga, I got...
What is y'all's thoughts? I'm kind of thinking about it in my head right now. If you're at a comedy show and they say something so bad that it offends you, are you gonna just fucking leave and like never buy from them again and maybe write a bad review or tell your friends or what have you? Or are you gonna like make a show at the show? I feel like personally, now that I'm saying it and thinking through it, if I'm there, I'm just gonna leave. It almost makes it about you. Like, do you care about George Floyd and like teaching David Lucas a lesson? Because he's still going to sit up and get you leave, and he can roast you as you're leaving. But for you to yell at him and stay there and stand up and the whole audience can seize you, it almost makes that whole little event like attention for you. It's like, just leave. The point's taken. You know, like I think, I don't know if he already said it or he's going to say, but like, I already got you $40. Like, no refunds. I know he said that already. Like, so I don't know. Probably just, I don't know if there's any point in making a show. It probably just helps him, if anything, because like he's blowing up off of this. So I don't know. Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think on like making a scene at a comedy show if you disagree.
I got so much offensive shit. Nigga, you won't even come on stage, your whole ass, nigga. I gotta fight the audience tonight, nigga. Fuck this shit. If comedy was a video game, nigga, this the last level. This is the last level of comedy to video game. We done made these niggas upset. Hey, baby, next week I'm performing at a KKK rally. They done gave me 30,000. All right, thank you, boo. Have a good day. I like them glasses, girl. Look like Happy New Year. All right, you offended too, baby, with the braids? All right, you offended too? God damn, man, fuck. Y'all good? Or y'all about to...
Yeah, Brandon, I agree. Comedy is supposed to be to like, and I think David says this in the interview that I'm going to review coming up right after this, that comedy is supposed to like make you think, push the limits, be a joke, make light of hard stuff. So yeah, comedy I think is taken way too seriously nowadays, but that's why certain people like him are fighting to keep it free, which I kind of love. So.
Oh, I'm... I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. Baby, you should have researched me before you got these tickets, man. Baby, what's up, Mama? I know you make a hell of a potato salad. I bet that sweet potato pie be busting on Thanksgiving, boy. She goddamn. Who else from over there? You too, bro? God damn, bro. Oh, but you fuck with me a little bit, right? See that?
Yeah. See, that was cool, and he didn't have to do that. So, I mean, they talk about that a little bit too in the Willie D, David Lucas conversation about how he fist bumped him and all that. And I don't think, I mean, you know, I could be wrong, but I don't know. He didn't have to do that, and Willie D says like he felt pressured into doing it, or I think, but I don't know. I'm damn sure not gonna go fist bump someone that I am like leaving because of and that I hate, or like in that moment I think I hate, or like I'm real mad or angry or emotional. I'm not gonna go fist bump someone. So it begs the question of like, maybe he was more or less okay with the comedy, but his wife or girlfriend or whatever wasn't, so, or whatever sister, cousin, whatever woman he was with, so. It's like, and sometimes men are more thick-skinned and can take the comedy a little better, so whatever, something I realized and want to point out.
He like, man, I've been dealing with this shit for 15 years, my nigga. Ah, damn, where the fuck do we go from here, nigga? Yo, y'all got y'all buddies worth tonight, nigga. Damn, one more guy. Damn, man. That nigga don't even want to go, but his ride leaving. He don't even want to go. He like, man, I don't like George Floyd either, man. That nigga had fentanyl. God damn, nigga. I'm like, oh, no, he ain't going nowhere. If he going anywhere, he ain't going nowhere fast, nigga, I'll tell you that. I'm booked for the rest of the year. What I don't like is when people come to my fucking shows thinking that real life is not comedy. Thank you, baby. Y'all have a good night. You fuck with me? There we go. Oh, they roll with him. Man, come on, nigga. The thing about comedy is you talk about deep and dark shit. That's when you're the most vulnerable, and that's when you laugh the hardest. Happy Insurrection Day. It's January the 6th, motherfuckers. We started the Capitol 3 years ago. I'm about to put on a Klan rally since these niggas is gone. Y'all just playing. You gotta stoop low for a joke, man. George Floyd would have robbed you too, bitch. Get out.
All right, we got a little ad.
What's up, girl? Oh shit, you one of the offended ones? You came here with so much attitude.
I haven't seen this part yet.
What's up? What'd you do for a living? What that mean?
It's fancy for a dog walker and pet sitter and dog sitter.
All right, I think that's all I really cared about seeing from that one. So that's what started the controversy. And now we're gonna jump into the video or the conversation with David Lucas and Willie D. It's on Willie D's channel, Willie D Live. He's had this channel. I think he changed the name for it a while back, but he's been on YouTube for, I'd say at least 5. You know what? Let me check it out. I think at least 5 years. I've been seeing him on there for a while. Let me check it out. But anyway, let's see. Says his channel was created in 11, but that doesn't necessarily mean he was doing like content or putting anything out. But if I had to guess, I would say at least 5, if not closer to 10 years, he's been putting out stuff and like doing short clips and video reacts. And because I remember back, I believe when Trump was president, he would come on there and be like, "Trump, you're president," you know, with all that divisive shit. So anyway, we're gonna react to this, and let's get into it.
Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, David Lucas.
Yes, sir. I'm here
Welcome
in the
to
flesh.
the show, man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you for taking the opportunity to talk to me.
Man, you've had an interesting week.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week.
It's been a very interesting week.
For those of you who don't know, first of all, there's been a plethora of comedians who have been going back and forth, airing out personal grievances publicly, primarily between one another. David took a different route. David, at one of his recent shows, that was, I believe that was at the Funny Bone in Kansas City. Missouri.
Yes, sir.
Kansas City, yeah. David.
Again, I just want to shout out both of these guys for taking the time to sit down with each other, keeping it cool, fleshing out the arguments, and keeping an open mind, staying calm. That's how minds get changed. You see new perspective, learn new ideas. They might talk for an hour and disagree, and then that hour 5 mark, they find a new idea from each other. Like, damn, that made the whole conversation worth it. And especially with live content, or just internet content, more or less, when you're putting it out there for a big audience, or even if it's like a live debate in person with a live audience, but especially if it's getting put out on the internet for people to see, you never know what minds are going to get changed by having the conversation. So I think it's always a good thing. So shout out to these two.
Said that he would not have kneeled on George Floyd's neck. He would have shot that nigga. For context, he was trying to get a black heckler off of him. And the black heckler, and I got to say this, the black heckler was very irritating. So me understanding comedy the way I understand comedy, I know you had to go in and try to eviscerate him. I get it.
Yes.
So you told him that you're trying to, you're showing why these white folks, these good white folks, why George Floyd got a knee on his neck.
Right.
Now, you would have been cool right there, perhaps, depending on how you look at it. You could have counted your losses, or you could have counted your wins.
Okay.
But you took it a step further, and the crowd was, at that point, the crowd was audibly shook. But you took it a step further, and you said that you would never have kneeled on George Floyd's neck. You would have shot that nigga.
And I feel like if anyone's a fan of comedy, they know that he intentionally took it that extra step, almost to like make it known that it was a joke. But that's my 2 cents. I would consider myself a comedy fan. Excuse me. Maybe not. Excuse me. Maybe not as big as some other people, but I would consider myself a comedy fan. And you just can't be getting offended at every little joke. And when someone, it's a form of comedy and satire when you put that extra sauce and then you put that extra 2 dabs of sauce on a joke. It's like just to let the people know, and you say it in such a way like this is a joke, you know. But anyway, some people just are not down to have take things lightly, and you never know someone's frame of mind and like what they're thinking. But this is a freaking comedy show, so
you've had a week or so to think about what you said. Do you still feel the same way as far as the joke, upholding the joke and being defiant and unapologetic about it?
I'm an advocate for free speech, right?
Okay.
The great Patrice O'Neal said that a funny joke and a bad joke come from the same place.
See, that's kind of where I was going to. Shout out Patrice O'Neal, fucking legend. And I asked this question earlier, but again, chat, if you have any thoughts, have you ever or would you ever walk out of a comedy show? And if you did, would you make a scene or would you just go discreetly? Let me know.
So that was my attempt at comedy.
Explain it.
It was to get shock value. I'm a troll. You heckle me, now I heckle you. I talked to George Floyd's brother.
When?
Sunday. Trey, you know Trey?
Yeah.
Trey the Truth?
Trey the Truth posing as George Floyd's brother. Pay attention.
Yeah.
I think he said he's George Floyd's brother or cousin or something.
I'm not sure what the relationship is, but I know.
Oh, come on now, Willie D. How long have you known Trey the Truth? You know who the fuck, you know if they're related and what the relation is. I don't know what the relation is. Yeah, you're just, you're unsure or your memory slips you when it's convenient, huh?
Trey, shouts out to Trey.
Trey the Truth.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, Trey, if I upset you personally.
Boy, ever since he left Houston and signed with Hustle Gang, they have been kissing his ass so hard.
Because that's your relative, I apologize. But I don't apologize for doing a joke. Who are we as the gatekeepers to say when a joke goes too far? I joke about beating on white women. I joke about killing white women. I joke about gay people. I joke about the transsexual community. So the moment I apologize for a George Floyd joke, now I got to apologize for every other joke. So who?
And there you have it. He jokes about everybody. Trans, white, men, women, Asian, black, poor, rich. David Lucas is anybody can get it. And I think he phrases it up this way pretty soon. I'm an equal opportunity employer. Anybody can get it. So why do other groups have this outrage? Some of them do, but we all think it's lame when they do it. So, like, there's a it's, I don't know if identifying in groups is even a good thing, but even as a person, there's a balance of being confident in yourself and having that conviction, but not taking yourself too serious and not being too hard for yourself, so to speak, and like being humble. Like, I think everyone has bumped into somebody that's like that's like, you know, there's real gangsters and shit, but everyone's bumped into someone that's playing the gangster role, and we all are like, this person's just too hard for themselves. Like, none of us want to be that person. So, and when it's in a group, it's even worse. So,
who in this situation is the gatekeeper to tell me you went too far or you didn't go far enough? Is it because I'm not famous? If Dave Chappelle would have said that joke, what would have happened? He might would have been a little wittier because he's been doing comedy longer than me, but it's all in the name of laughter, all in the name of free speech. And a lot of people say, you're pandering, you're doing this, you're doing that. How? Because I said a joke about a black guy in front of a majority white audience. Majority of my fan base is white. That's no secret. Black people, for some reason, have never liked my comedy because I'm different. And I don't go up there and talk about big dick, little dick, big pussy, big ass jokes. Those are not my jokes.
And I think he's grown quicker because of that. Some of that, like, super basic, like, racial stuff, jokey wise, like what he was just talking about, big lips, big butt, big shit, like food stereotypes and shit. Like, how far is that really going to get you in 2024? I feel like not very far. So
my jokes are very cerebral. So if you come to my show, I might say a lot of crazy shit, but on your drive home, you're going to be thinking a lot. I'm a very calculated and very cerebral person.
Yeah, I'm an advocate for free speech too. You know, you told me that you were familiar with my music, and I get it. I get free speech.
So,
but you know, I get free speech.
Okay.
Now check this out. I really do understand comedy, and I do know that comedy is subjective.
Right.
What's offensive to one person may not be offensive to another person.
Exactly.
So, you know, having said that, when you start talking about telling jokes about black folks' pain in front of white folks, it hit different because white folks are the dominant group in this society that we occupy.
So what if I make a...
So I think I had some notes on this too that I kind of forgot about till now, but this part kind of reminded me of it. Let's see. Let me pull them up. Hold on. Here we go. Let me do something real quick. Okay. So, hold on. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. So what I had was, let's see. What part of the video we had? Okay. Let me go back.
I really do understand comedy, and I do know that comedy is subjective.
Right.
What's offensive to one person may not be offensive to another person.
Exactly.
So, you know, having said that, when you start talking about telling jokes about black folks' pain in front of white folks, it hit different because white folks are the dominant group in this society that we occupy.
So what if I make...
Okay. So is he saying that he said white people are the dominant ones in the society? So is he saying that white people have the purchase power, saying that, like, because we're like 60 or whatever, 70% of the population, whatever it is, that if we as a group decide we don't like this guy, that we just won't go to his shows, and that'll be a large enough percentage of his income that it just will cause him to fail as a comedian? So he's either saying that, which he may or may not be saying, but I don't think he is. And if he is, I think that's a poor excuse, because what he's making an excuse for is just solely catering to your black audience then, and you can make it that way. So, like, I don't know. I could flesh that out more, but I think that's a poor argument. Or he's saying that, like, there's a few white people at the top that control everything, and that's a total bad argument, because he's came up in the entertainment industry and he never had a problem with the so-called white control when it benefited him or people he knew, but now he has a problem with it. So I don't know. I feel like this is overall kind of a weak argument. And to David's point, you just have to like go with the funny jokes, and whoever likes you likes you. Like, don't play to a group. But
Make a food stamp joke. That could be painful for somebody.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could. But the difference is that the food joke is for everybody. Food stamp joke is for everybody. Everybody's on welfare. In fact, most white people are on welfare.
So
more white people are on welfare than black people are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying.
That wouldn't necessarily.
I'm not trying to argue the facts. I'm just saying, like,
black
anything can be offensive to somebody.
Right.
Anything could be offensive to somebody. My dad died in November. You know, I joke about him. Why don't people say that's too far?
Because it's your pain. You know,
well, but people are saying that George Floyd should be my pain as well. So how can I, if we collectively share this pain from George Floyd and you want me to feel his pain, why can't I talk about it? Because comedy is a coping mechanism. I became a comedian because I did not like to fight.
I don't necessarily believe that George Floyd pain should be your pain. What
it seems like you do, though.
What I'm speaking to is that.
But I should relate to it, right?
No, but I think that anybody can relate to having empathy. All of us should have a capacity to have empathy. You know,
I do have empathy.
So when you think about making a joke about George Floyd, somebody who died, and it sparked an entire movement all around the world, because black people, black men specifically, are being gunned down in the streets like dogs by the police, and there's no accountability for it. And so
I'm not going to say this is not true. My problem is I think we have a lot of, like, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet, I guess. I could delve into this more and it'd be an interesting topic, but, like, if you're going to gangbang, just let's remember why gangs started. Let me just say that. I think that's a good topic that could be delved into, but remember why gangs started. It was for neighborhood protection, and I mean, it goes hand in hand with this, but like making sure the cops weren't crooked and policing your own neighborhoods. Because, I mean, how many times is someone going to say they got a fair shake from a cop? It happens, but it also happens the other way, and that's a whole other topic. But I just think when now gangs kill each other, and then it's an automatic, like, if you get in trouble and they know you're part of a gang, it could be tied in with gang violence or whatever and make your charge more. So it's one of these things where it's almost been like, it started out as something for the people to help, and now they've turned it around for many, 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 many years to be the opposite. So I just think, you know, we just need to remember what gangs were created for. And I feel like that should be a future good episode topic. So
here's the thing. I get that you have a majority white audience and
right.
You have to tell jokes that makes them laugh also. But here's the difference.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Willie?
But here's the difference. Let me finish the point.
Okay.
Mr. Willie.
Absolutely, you can ask me a question. The point is, George Floyd, what happened to George Floyd could happen to you. It's more likely to happen to you than anybody in your white fan base.
Okay.
And so that's the difference. And also is because, see, when you crack jokes about white folks and that could possibly offend white folks,
right.
The difference between offending them and offending us is that they can decide when they don't want to laugh anymore and when they want to shut you down. They could shut you down. We don't have the luxury or the power to shut you down like that. They can tell you at any point, you ain't playing no more funny. You ain't playing at the Funny Bone anymore. You're not gonna play at the Improv. You're not playing at none of these arenas and stuff that we own. They could shut you down. You ain't getting no films. You ain't getting no sitcoms. And that.
My point is, though, if he's arguing that David just catered to the only black audience, that means he wouldn't have a white audience anyway, and you're thinking his career would be successful off of that no matter what. So I'm having a hard time vocalizing, I guess, what I'm trying to express, but like if only your black audience was enough to sustain you, then why ever cater to any audience ever? But I just feel like that's a dangerous card to play because you play this race card like, I cater to the black audience. I cater to the black audience. That's it. As soon as you do happen to offend them, you are fucked. And look how easily offended they are. And I just think that's bad practice anyway. I think the group mentality, when it's like a low level thing, like race, or like if it's a positive thing, a group like a group of courageous people, or a workout group, or a chess group, where you're doing something positive group wise, great. But when it's a low level thing group wise, so dangerous. So I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like this is not a good argument, but that's just me personally.
That is the difference, I do believe, in why black comics will offend black people and feel no need to apologize.
I don't believe
but stay away from jokes that offend white folks.
I don't agree.
And furthermore, David Lucas has made jokes, as he said earlier, that have offended every other group of people, and no one has tried to cancel him yet except for now this. So it's like, I'm not trying to people please anyone, but if I was, you're the hardest people to please. Like, it just proved my point that I was making a few seconds earlier.
Explain.
Because I have jokes that offend white people.
What I'm saying, I get that.
He had nothing for that.
I get that. But there is, when it comes to jokes that offend white folks, you can tell jokes that offend white folks. That's not a big deal as far as just telling the joke itself. As long as white folks are laughing at those jokes. As long as white folks, for example, Richard Pryor would tell jokes about white folks all the time. Richard Pryor was one of the most conscious comedians ever, but you wouldn't know it if you wasn't really watching and really thinking.
You know why the upper white folks were so cool with Richard Pryor? Because he was gay. So, side note.
Because Richard covered everything. But one thing what he did is that even in our pain, he made, if he talked, whoever he so-called offended, he made that particular group or person laugh first.
Okay.
And he made them laugh at his jokes first. And they didn't have to look around and see who else was laughing. He made them laugh first. He made white folks laugh. But here's the deal. When you make white folks laugh at your jokes, and you're a black person, you making white folks laugh at your jokes, for example, that's cool. As long as at the end of the day, they know that they still hold the trump card.
But what joke determines that?
What joke determine that?
What joke determines that they still hold the trump card? I have literally embarrassed white people in front of white people.
Words. I saw you. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it.
I just want everybody to know that I'm an equal opportunist.
You are. You're an equal opportunity offender. I get it. But what I was saying is that when you offend white folks and you offend black folks, there's a different dynamic at play, because they can shut you down. You, like you said, because your fan base is predominantly white, people accuse you of pandering.
But that wasn't by choice.
What wasn't by choice? That your fan base is predominantly white?
Let me tell you a quick story. I moved to LA straight out of high school. I was 19 in the city where I didn't know nobody. Mm-hmm. Bruce was my mentor at the time, from Atlanta, because I was going to his mics. You know, I went to all the black clubs that he told me to, and these people gave me so many problems. So I said, if I'm going to have problems in this entertainment industry, it's not going to be from people that look like me. And we both can sit here and agree that if I go do a black room, I have to limit my subject matter, period. This comedy is not about colors. It's more so about classism.
Have you told any Holocaust jokes?
Yes, I have plenty of Jewish jokes.
You got Holocaust jokes?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I got to see that.
Hold on, everybody. I'm updating the thumbnail real quick. I'm gonna rewind this and put it back on shortly.
The reason why I asked, because a lot of black comedians that I know that will talk about slavery, they have yet to tell a Holocaust joke.
Yes, sir. I have a Jewish joke.
I want to hear that.
I will find it. I roast battled a guy, and I made a Jewish reference when I roast battled him.
Right.
What's the joke?
This is like 7. I'll find it before the end of the episode, but I will find it for
That your fan
my
base,
fan.
Sorry for that. Thanks for
black
being patient.
folks, there's a different dynamic at play because they can shut you down. You, like you said, you got, because your fan base is predominantly white, people accuse you of pandering.
But that wasn't by choice.
What wasn't by choice? That your fan
My
base
fan
is
base.
predominantly white?
Let me tell you a quick story. I moved to LA straight out of high school. I was 19 in the city where I didn't know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce was my mentor at the time from Atlanta because I was going to his mics. You know, I went to all the black clubs that he told me to, and these people gave me so many problems. So I said, if I'm going to have problems in this entertainment industry, it's not going to be from people that look like me. And we both can sit here and agree that if I go do a black room, I have to limit my subject matter, period. This comedy is not about colors. It's more so about classism.
Have you told any Holocaust jokes?
Yes, I have plenty of Jewish jokes.
You got Holocaust jokes?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I got to see.
See, and this is where Willie D tries to press him and say, okay, you're making, if you make a racist joke against black people, okay, you make a racist joke against Jewish people, but if you make a racist joke against like slavery, which is a big whole, more than just one person, it's like a whole, they refer to it as an event, but it's like a part of history. He's like, if you're gonna make fun of something on that level, are you also gonna make fun of something on that level of other people, aka the Jewish people? Well, the Holocaust would be on the level of slavery. And he's almost like one eye for an eye, but it's like making fun of a group of people is making fun of a group of people. I guess I see there's like levels to it, but like if you make fun of all Jewish people and like a deep cut, they all are gonna have the chance to get butthurt and stick together and like ban you just the way these black people have over this George Floyd thing, which was not as big a deal as slavery. Let's be real. I hope. Well, whatever. That, I'm not gonna get into all that, but like that was a whole part of history that was many years and affected thousands, if not millions, of people versus this one person. So, it's all splitting hairs, but that's what we're here to do. It where there's smoke. So, but. I just feel like Willie D's really pushing for this. Like, well, did you offend them on such a level? It's like he hasn't thought of it that way, but like nothing's off limits, and he's offended everyone as much as he could think to. You know what I'm saying? And like, the George Floyd thing was not something like he's made fun of other people on similar levels, I guess is what I'm thinking and what he's gonna say too. So.
See that? Because the reason why I asked, because a lot of black comedians that I know that will talk about slavery, they have yet to tell a Holocaust joke.
Yes, sir. I have a Jewish joke.
I want to hear that.
I will find it. I roast battled a guy, and I made a Jewish reference when I roast battled him.
What's the joke?
This is like 7. I'll find it before the end of the episode, but I will find it for you. This is like 7 years ago. It's on YouTube.
You don't remember the joke?
I mean, it's been 7 years, but I will find it.
But a Holocaust joke, that's something that seemed like.
Well, it wasn't a Holocaust joke. It was a joke against Jewish people.
Well, that's different. I mean, it's this. No. That's different because you're talking about.
But we're talking about an event versus an individual. I didn't make.
You're talking about people. You're talking about.
But that's an event.
You're talking about a particular group of people versus exactly an event, an atrocity. An atrocity that Jewish people don't take lightly.
But that's an event versus a group of people.
But
those are two different instances when it comes to comedy. Like, I respect you when it comes to rap. Like, I can't tell you how to write 16 bars. And no disrespect to you, but you can't tell me how to write a joke. And nobody else can. I get that. But here's the thing. So what I'm saying is,
we can't tell you how to write a joke.
But you're talking about a situation. You're talking about an event versus an individual. I didn't. So if we had to compare, it would be, David made a civil rights joke about the civil rights movement, because if we're talking about events, that's equivalent to the Holocaust. Not in the same dynamic as to what happened, but I'm saying an event, whereas we're talking about an individual, right? You get what I'm saying? Whereas you're trying to say, making a joke about a Jewish person is not the same as making a joke about the Holocaust. And what I'm saying is, I didn't make any jokes about an event pertaining to black people.
Have you made a slavery joke before?
Yes, plenty.
That's an event.
It is an event, but we're talking about the joke that I'm right here, right now for. Because I have, if you go scroll through my Rolodex of jokes and my videos, because I'm not ashamed of anything, you can find many of jokes that we can sit here and pick apart.
The George Floyd incident escalated into an event when it became a movement.
Why? Why?
Because it became a movement. And because people protested all over the world, because of that event.
So how do you feel?
It was that event that triggered the protest all over the world.
So how do black people feel about white people protesting with them for the Floyd movement?
I think that it depends. It depends.
How can we pick and choose?
I don't know how all black people felt.
But I'm saying this what I'm receiving
about the white people that protested. I'm sure that there are black people who. I'm sure that there's a mixed bag of feelings.
And let me ask you a question. When you spoke on me Sunday, wasn't that supposed to be a voice of black people?
I don't know if that's the voice of black. That's my voice as a black man.
But how many people were on your YouTube when you made that statement about me?
I don't know.
A few 10,000.
Yeah, something like that. Then escalated into an event when it became a movement.
Why? Why?
Because it became a movement.
But I'm saying an event, whereas we're talking about an individual, right? You get what I'm saying? Whereas you're trying to say, making a joke about a Jewish person is not the same as making a joke about the Holocaust. And what I'm saying is, I didn't make any jokes about an event pertaining to black people.
Have you made a slavery joke before?
Yes, plenty.
That's an event.
It is an event, but we're talking about the joke that I'm right here, right now for. Because I have, if you go scroll through my Rolodex.
If y'all in the chat and shit, let me know if the camera still looks good.
Of jokes and my videos, because I'm not ashamed of anything. You can find many of jokes that we can sit here and pick apart.
The George Floyd incident escalated into an event when it became a movement.
Why? Why?
That's a good question. Why?
Because it became a movement.
Fair question.
And because people protested all over the world, because of that event.
So how do you feel?
It was that event that triggered the protest all over the world.
So how do black people feel about white people protesting with them for the Floyd movement?
I think that it depends. It depends.
How can we pick and choose?
I don't know how all black people felt.
But I'm saying what I'm receiving
about the white people that protested. I'm sure that there are black people who. I'm sure that there's a mixed bag of feelings.
And let me ask you a question. When you spoke on me Sunday, wasn't that supposed to be a voice of black people?
I don't know if that's the voice of black. That's my voice as a black man.
But how many people were on your YouTube when you made that statement about me?
I don't know.
A few 10,000.
Yeah, something like that.
So at that moment, you're the voice for those group of black people.
I'll take that.
So right now, you should be the voice for that same group of black people. So how do you feel being the voice for a few 10,000 black people? How do you feel with having white people? When do you pick and choose when a white person is an ally? Because how can you say the people at my show we're not allies? What makes them an ally?
When they clearly are an ally, when you're helping and not hurting, when you're sitting.
What's helping?
Well,
I like that because I had some thoughts on this and I wanted to dive into this. He said, "What makes you an ally?" Let me put it on me real quick. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about what makes you an ally. And if you're a fan, if you're one of my homies or you're a fan of the show and you've seen some of the shit, I'm a fan of Walking Dead. And I thought of it on like a individual level. Like, what would make someone a friend or foe? Like, are we cool with it when our friends laugh at our troubles or our pain? Even in like, I'm gonna jump back to the Walking Dead example, but like even in modern times, like, are we cool if our friends like laugh at us and make fun of us? And I thought about it, and I was like, if someone like that's all they do, it depends on the way they do it. But what you're really gonna focus on if someone's your friend or ally is, um, does this person, when I'm improve myself or my life or anything about me, are they genuinely happy and like you can tell and it shows, and are they helping me do those things that I just mentioned, like move forward, better myself, my life, whatever? Are they helping with that in any way and making it easier, or are they hindering it or helping me stay the same? That is a key thing, and they might dive into this, but that's a key thing when you're deciding if someone's a friend or ally. And it's like everyone likes to make fun of stuff, and sometimes making a joke or light of a situation can help you like deal with it and get through it and push through. Because that's another key to success: being in an uncomfortable situation or a growth time and pushing forward and continuing to strive forward. So just because someone makes fun of you, or makes a joke, even if they're doing it all the time, that can be questionable depending on how they do it. But like, that is not just the only thing, and honestly, it's not the most important thing in determining if someone's a friend or ally. And the Walking Dead example I was gonna use is like, I don't remember a specific shit, but like if there's like a scenario where like two people are like locked in a cell side by side type shit, and um I think this happened to like the Pirates of the Caribbean. In fact, like the part one jail cell gets like blown up and one person's free, and then the person next to them is like still locked up. It's like when you're free and you get to like skirt for your own life, are you gonna free the dude next to you that like you've known for a week or two, or however long y'all been locked in that cell together? Is he a friend or ally or like blah 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 blah? Or whatever. There's tons of scenarios, but it's like you can make jokes and talk shit to someone all you want and all that, but it's like when rubber meets the road is like, are you gonna take action to like help them benefit their life or their situation, or keep them in the same place? So I think that's a huge, huge, huge thing. Are these jokes really helping or hurting black people? And what other stuff is David Lucas doing, I guess, to apply to this, to like help or hurt the black community? Like, what is he actually like factually doing? So just my kind of 2 cents on that part of the conversation. I'm gonna get back to it.
I can tell you what's not helping when you're sitting in an audience and you're listening to a comedian on stage, making fun at a people's pain, and you're laughing and you're cracking, you just busting your guts laughing about it. Yeah, that's hurting. Those are not allies.
What if they don't want to waste their money?
But you can't tell me somebody like, that was pretty good. But you can't.
Like I was saying, I would just have the whole thing about ally. So what really makes an ally? Something to think about.
Tell me that somebody that's laughing at that man's pain, or those people's pain, is an ally.
Have you watched the full video, sir?
I did.
So did you see at the end that, or towards the end, that a couple of the guys from the table fist bumped me and they didn't want to leave, but they only had to leave because they were all riding together?
Yeah, that was pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like that was pressure. I saw him. I wouldn't have fist bumped you. I would have stayed on code.
Why was it pressure?
So he would have stayed on code. That's like a low key slick racist thing, And he'll say one or two other things, and then I'm gonna kind of break down why I said that, what I think about that, and kind of further details.
I wouldn't have fist bumped. On stage, making fun at a people's pain, and you're laughing and you're cracking, you just busting your guts laughing about it. Yeah, that's hurting. Those are not allies.
What if they don't want to waste their money?
But you can't tell me somebody like, that was pretty good. But you can't tell me that somebody that's laughing at that man's pain, or those people's pain, is an ally.
Have you watched the full video, sir?
I did.
So did you see at the end that, or towards the end, that a couple of the guys from the table fist bumped me?
See, and we watched this video in the beginning.
And they didn't want to leave, but they only had to leave because they were all riding together?
Yeah, that was pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like that.
Now, I brought it up at the time. I paused the video and pointed it out. Do you think it was pressured? I kind of brought this up too. Like, would you leave a comedy show? Would you make a big deal about it, et cetera? But like, we saw those guys walk out. Do you think it was necessarily pressured? Like, would you feel pressured to do that? I mean, I think I brought this up at the time too. Like, if you were hating on someone, felt like you hated someone at the time, not liking them, not feeling them, or leaving because of them, would you feel pressure to go fist bump them, or would you just not like? I feel like that's a lame. That's a lame excuse. Okay. Updating the description. Thanks for your patience, everyone. All right, we can get back to it.
I was pressure. I saw him. I wouldn't have fist bumped you. I would have stayed on code.
Why was it pressure?
I wouldn't have fist bumped.
So we can say that my George Floyd joke was pressure.
Here's the thing. Like everybody, just because somebody black, all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Who says that?
I said it.
Like people are calling me racist. How am I racist? I'm racist.
Everybody that ain't. Let me play it one more time.
Do you think I'm racist?
So crazy.
Here's the thing. Like everybody, just because somebody black, all skin folk ain't kin folk.
All skin folk ain't kin folk. Okay. Hold on. How would it look if I said someone else who was white or like a group of white people or something didn't stay on code? How would that sound? Like, what if I was out to eat somewhere and like I got into an interaction that was unpleasant with like any person of another race, and then I was recounting the story to my friend, and I was like, yeah, like I was there, me and this person got into it, and then there was some white people around, and man, I can't believe it. They didn't stay on code. They didn't back me up, man. It'd be like, and why would they? You were acting like an asshole or whatever, or even if I was in the right, it's like it was between you and this person, and maybe like someone who, if I was in the right, someone who, how do I put it? Like, depending on the situation, someone who believes in doing the right thing might have stepped in and prevented something from happening altogether. But, like, I might be saying, like, I wish someone would have stepped in that has, like, courage. But I wouldn't say, yeah, nobody there was staying on code. Or they stayed on code. Like, you sound like a bitch. That would sound weird coming out of my mouth. Or, like, if I heard one of my white friends saying that, or any one of my friends saying that, I'd be like, damn, you, like, what are you talking about? And then skin folk ain't kin folk, same thing. Like, I cannot imagine myself saying that. Like, yeah, I was getting into a fight with somebody somewhere, and man, these white people didn't back me up. Skin folk ain't kin folk. It's like, no, bro. I don't expect white people everywhere to have my back. Like, in fact, I feel like I relate to other people on more stuff more than white people. Just straight up, honestly. Like, I know I'm white. I'm not colorblind, but like, I grew up in like an average middle to low, like poor community, and like all my friends and most of the people that went to school with me, and like I had white friends too, but like most of my friends and most of the people that I went to school with were Mexican American. Just that's who I relate to and who I fucking see as like, I don't know. So it's one of these things where skin folk and kin folk is just like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, I really come from a place of like, we're all people, and then even if you want to get like on a cheesy patriotic level, like we're all Americans. Like if your parents had you here and you grew up and born here, like we're all the fucking same. There is no fucking skin folk as kin folk. Frankly, that is lame. And like Willie D, shout out to you for doing this whole interview. I don't want to rag your whole thing, but like, not you, but that mentality is like a bitch mentality. Skin folk is kin folk is for bitches. So fuck that. That's lame, and that's what I gotta say on it. So let's continue. Kin folk ain't skin folk. Come on, bro. You. Is that what you want your children to think and shit? Like, what the fuck?
Who says that?
I said it.
Like people are calling me racist. How am I racist? I'm racist. Do you think I'm racist?
Well, you can't be racist.
Okay. Y'all hear that? Please
not in America.
Up.
You can't be racist.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Yeah. Hey, walk us through that particular set of circumstances that night leading up to the punchline.
What part do you call the punchline? Because
the punchline was when the punchline.
I would have shot him.
I guess that was a couple, but the main punchline was when you said you would have shot him.
I had a heckler who happened to be black. Don't care what color or ethnic background he was. Mm-hmm. And my job at that point is to shut you the fuck up so everybody else can enjoy the show.
Got it.
I'm a troll. I've been trolling on Instagram and Twitter throughout all of this. So if you take me serious, that's on you. I'm a comedian. And I'm on the spectrum. I have Asperger's. I don't know limits. I say whatever. I don't filter myself. You can ask anybody in my life. I say the crazy, my whole life I've been getting ass whoopings for saying whatever. So when I was on that stage, I said whatever because I'm in command. And if the boat is sinking, just like on the Titanic, I'm playing my motherfucking violin until that bitch sink. And I stand by that. And like I said, if I offended you on an individual level and you want to reach out to me, like you, I talk to you. I talk to Trader Truth. I talk to a couple of other people, right? And like I said, if I offended y'all on an individual level, I do apologize. But I'm not apologizing for the joke. Because then where does it stop?
So, Dave, this sounds like to me,
Dave,
a person who thinks that perhaps he could be wrong, but if I apologize, then I gotta apologize for something else. So I don't want to be on the hook for.
I don't feel like I'm wrong.
I don't want to be on the hook for an apology.
I don't feel like I'm wrong.
You don't feel like you're wrong.
No, sir.
So
why can people make OJ?
this conversation's getting good. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna zoom the camera in just a tad more. I feel like with this small little thing on the screen, it makes sense to kind of be a little tighter on my face. So give me 1 second. All right, there we go, everybody. This is my second ever live stream, first full legit one. If you know, you know. But yeah, get in the comments. Let me know video quality, sound, if you like the topic I'm talking about, if the camera ratio on screen's good, if I should be switching back to myself more, any advice, comment, whether it's about the quality of the show and improvements I can make, or if it's about the topics you want to hear me discuss. Anything, get in the comments, criticize, compliment, talk your shit. Let me know what you're doing on Sunday. I guess I'll make myself bigger while I'm talking about this. A little later, the Spurs are coming on. I might go live during that and just kind of talk my shit, give my thoughts on Wemby, and kind of do that kind of thing. So I'm kind of playing around with the live thing and seeing how people like it. Like I said, this is my second live stream. I'm going to continue with this video right after this. I'm just a little intermission. I kind of want to talk to the people real quick. And I'm thinking about next time I go live, going to multiple platforms, seeing how that works. And really soon, I need to shout out to ATX Cypher. He has the Where There's Outlandish podcast. I'm going to go through and start watching all those episodes. I've watched I think I watched half of the one with Big T, and then I watched another little one, but I want to watch his stuff. And I think a collab with him would be dope coming up. And I need to get with him and see how he does. I think other homies were telling me Discord and Zoom, but specifically Discord. And I think I saw ATX Cypher say that he used Discord to do remote interviews with other people. So if we get someone that's like far away that wants to be on the pod, or do like a live like this where they can do video reacts with me or me and Josh, that we can make that possible, and that they can even see the videos that the audience and me are seeing also. So I feel like that might be a little complicated, but I mean, hopefully the homie can hook it up, and I don't think it'll be too bad. So I'm going to keep innovating, keep trying to find new stuff to keep the podcast fresh. I kept teasing the live thing, so here it is. I'm taking those steps to get it going. Another thing is I'm looking into possibly getting more than 4 mics soon, because that's kind of my limit right now, or that is my limit right now. So I don't know when it's going to be prevalent that we need more than 4, but I just want to stay ahead of the curve and give the audience the best. And even though we really small following, I want to build it, and I want to be ahead of the curve. That way when we give the people something they really enjoy, the quality is already there, and they're not like, damn, this is a dope topic, dope video, but such and such is off. I want everything to be clicking. So another thing I'm looking into is multiple camera angles. So y'all let me know if there's any podcasts y'all are fans of that do that, how important it is to you, who does it bad, who does it well, who doesn't really do it, that you don't, and you think it's like fine that they don't do it. Just all kinds of opinions. Let me know what y'all think, cause yeah, I'm just kind of trying to hustle up on this and like I said, just kind of stay ahead of the curve. That way, when we have that content that people resonate with, the technology is there. And anyway, you know what I mean. So we'll get back into this Willie D and David Lucas thing. But go to the channel, like, subscribe, Where There's Smoke, and you know, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, YouTube's the main home, and like I said, shout out ATX Cypher, Where There's not Where There's Smoke, That's Outlandish Podcast, and also another quick shout out Joey Flex, Mr. Joe Games, he's the homie. We do a little music on the side together, and then he also has been really helpful giving me little ideas and feedback, so I really appreciate that. Go check out his channel. Again, that's Mr. Joe Games. Shout out Joey Flex. And then one more shout out before we get back into the video. March 2nd is when we'll do the interview, but the podcast will probably drop that Sunday or Monday, so I think it'll be the 3rd or the 4th. But it'll be I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a repeat guest, Weston, our first repeat guest, and then we're gonna have first time guest and our third guest, I believe, G Dollar. So y'all be on the lookout for that. That is gonna be an interview I'm really excited for. He's a fucking Austin legend. He has an extensive catalog of fucking great music, and I'm not just saying that. So I bang that shit. The Man, the Myth, the Legend is a legendary mixtape. So yeah, we're gonna interview him, and I am fucking more than excited about that interview. So y'all be on the lookout. Early March, we're gonna be dropping that. So, all right, let's get back into this.
J. Simpson killing a white woman joke.
I don't think that's cool.
But it's been done.
Yeah, it's been done. It's been done, and,
So-
and there have been people that.
so where's their-
there
where's-
have been people that have been offended by those
where's-
jokes.
where's-
There have been people that have walked out on those jokes.
Where's their cancel campaign? So
I
here's
don't
the
think
thing.
there's a cancel campaign.
There's
for you.
definitely a cancel-
I'm not an advocate for that.
I mean, of course, you made it like me. You did. What I'm saying,
I'm not an advocate for canceling David Lucas. I'm not an advocate for that.
I appreciate
let
you.
me put that on.
No, sir.
Go on
I
record
don't
right
think
there.
you are, but I had
I'm not an
I had a
advocate
couple
for
of
that.
I had a couple of flim flam BLM leaders, and we all know BLM is a hoax joke. You know, I had a couple of them call my mother's house, and I had just happened to be there because I was coming from Miami, Florida, and that really upset me.
We're just now getting back into the video, but yeah, that's lame. Like, you got a problem with the man, hit him up on socials, whatever. And he's about to say, like, I'll put my fucking phone number out there. Like, I'm not hard to find. Like, approach me at a show, on Kill Tony, socials. Like, why are you going at someone's mom? Like, it's almost like do onto someone else as you would want them to do to you. If I have a problem with you, why am I going to go to your mom? It's like, you're just going to the weakest link. Like, come on, bro.
Call me. I'll put my number on whatever, Twitter. Call me. Leave my mom out of it. My mom's old. I retired my mama 3 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
Comedy's doing well for me. And I will continue to support my family with that. And y'all are talking about cancel me when I have 2 black daughters and a black mother, and I take care of probably like 12 people. Right? But y'all talking about cancel me. So if you cancel me, what y'all want me to do? Sell drugs? Rob and steal? And which one of those is doing more harm to our community? My George Floyd joke, or me out there robbing, stealing, and selling drugs and destroying more young minds?
If you really think about that, since his audience is primarily white, he has taken the white man dollar and providing, like he said, he's providing for 12 people, his mom, his daughters. So it's like, you know, there's multiple ways to look at this.
Well, I think two things could be true at once.
So what 2 things are true at once, sir?
I think that
Like I said, regardless of my views and opinions and these two gentlemen's views, shout out to them 100 million% for sitting down for hour and 30 minutes, hour 37, and keeping it calm, cool, collected, exchanging ideas, and just putting it out there for the people. And who knows who will learn something, whose mind will be changed, and et cetera. I kind of went into that earlier, but just to touch on that again.
that anybody that's out there robbing, stealing, and killing is detrimental. And I think that, you know, a comedian that throws his people under the bus is detrimental. I think that in that particular instance, and my opinion is that you threw your people under the bus.
Did any of your rap lyrics throw people under the bus?
For the sake of for the sake of appeasing, appealing to
Who
your
says
white
that?
audience. I just said it.
But I'm saying, how can you say that?
I open my mouth.
No. I'm saying that I get the physical aspect of you saying.
Dumbass. How could you say that? I fix my lips and then no shit, dumbass. I mean, he almost has to make a David Lucas almost has to like make a joke about like I know how you physically do it, but like he almost just didn't want to answer like how he could have the audacity. How does Drake say it? I don't know. I can't even remember right now. But how you gonna say that, bro? It's like how you gonna say stay on code, skin focus, kinfolk, and whatever the fuck you just said.
Oh shit! I get the physical, but I'm saying how under the bus.
For the sake of appeasing, appealing to
Who
your
says
white
that?
audience. I just said it.
But I'm saying, how can you say that?
I open my mouth.
No. I'm saying that I get the physical aspect of you saying. Oh shit! I get the physical aspect of you saying that, but I'm like, who's here to say that I was doing that? I was doing that for me. Everything I do on stage is.
I agree with like most of the points and position that David takes in this whole thing. Oh, I've seen about half of it. The half that I've seen and from what we've reviewed together, I agree with most of his argument points and like his stance. But this one, I do it for me. That's something that I don't recall if Willie D pressures him on it, but I would love to see him pressured on because when someone says they do something for themselves, that's a hard. That's a hard argument to make, unless it's like eating healthier or like doing something for health wise, which even you can argue that could be for other people, but like you could argue it's more for you than for others, and that would be a good argument. But like other stuff, almost any other thing in life, it's hard to argue. Other than like health, like working out, eating healthy, stuff that's healthy for your body and like healthy for your everything for you. It's hard to argue that you do it for yourself. I'm trying to think as I'm talking here, but there's so much other stuff we don't just do for ourselves. I guess comedy could be, but would you tell those same jokes? Like you could say, I play basketball for myself because it's soothing. Well, you could go shoot baskets by yourself, but would you do it? Would you really fall in love with it the same way as if you never ever got to play a game and you always ever just shot practice? So I'm saying that to say, like, would he tell these jokes if he was just telling them to himself alone? It's like, no, you wouldn't. So you're not just doing it for yourself. Like, you are doing it for yourself on some level, but to say that completely is not true. And you just wonder on, like, again, splitting hairs, but that's what we do on Where There's Smoke. It's like, is he really doing comedy for himself and he was only telling these jokes in a room by himself? You know, I don't think that's true. You want someone else to think it's funny too, and then you both reaffirm it, you laugh about it together, and then it like something about laughing, making a joke, and you and whoever hears it all laugh together, that like reaffirms that it is funny. So it's like if you were alone by yourself, you wouldn't. So it's like I feel like that's a poor argument. I do it for myself, and I've heard that with other arguments. Like a lot of times on these dating podcasts, like shout out Fresh and Fit, women will say I put on makeup for myself, and we know that's not true. So like saying you do something for yourself is a hard argument to make.
For me, sir, I don't damn what I don't do jokes to appeal to anybody. I do what I want, and I will continue to do what I want because that's what comedy and
if you said a joke over and over, certain jokes that only you thought were funny but no one else did, you wouldn't you wouldn't do that.
Free speech is about. And I'll live and die on that hill. Like let me ask you, do you regret any of your rap lyrics?
Yeah.
Are you going to be apologetic for it?
Yeah, I have been.
Why? At that moment, it meant something to you to say that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you know better, you do better. So I'm not.
I've only been headlining for 2 years.
But you know you're smarter than most people though. So you got that's a shorter curve for you. Yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, trust me, bro. I mean, look. Here's the thing, like.
Ooh.
Obviously,
side note, if any NBA fans are watching, Mavs Pacers halftime 60-67 Pacers, and Pacers are at home. Shout out that boy Luka Doncic. He's having a hell of a season. Him and Kyrie seem to be clicking good, so that's cool.
You know, you're a grown man.
I'm really looking at that Spurs Jazz game. I haven't watched the game in a while, so I'm thinking that might be. Maybe I'll go live for that one. Who knows? Let me know who would be interested in seeing that.
You live
Maybe
in a
the
free
first half.
country. You're free to say
Yes, sir.
whatever you want to say
Yes, sir.
about anything you want to say. You know, speak on. But just as you have the right to say whatever you want to say, we have the right to oppose what you have to say.
Do you
We have
oppose
the right
these new rappers?
Huh?
Do you oppose
Some
these?
of them I do.
Man,
Some
this
of them
this last minute or so, I know I've been pausing it a lot, but they're asking each other a lot of good questions. So
great.
You seen how disrespectful these young people are?
Yeah, well,
Let
some of them I oppose. Some of them, let me put it like this. For some of them, what they say, I oppose.
I don't oppose it because it's free speech.
I oppose some of the things they say. Yeah, but there's a such thing.
But don't try to cancel the funny guy.
But I'm not trying.
Not you, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to limit what we have to say.
Yeah, but here's. Have you ever?
Yeah, but
Have you ever had a joke, a thought of a joke, and you said, "That's funny, but that's a little too far."
No.
You never did that.
Why? Why would I stop my creative process?
So that's gonna be more of this type of shit happening with you.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
My special comes out March the 6th, and I was looking at it today, and I'm like, oh, they about to have some more fuel.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, it's for me. I've always done comedy for me.
When did you start comedy?
So I roughly started at about 17, 18. I was on the MTV show Yo Mama, and the head writer noticed that I had a good knack for writing jokes, and he suggested that I do stand-up, but I was an actor first. So I moved to L.A. They gave me an internship at MTV, and I loosely did comedy, but I didn't take it serious, and I was doing a lot of acting gigs, and then I had a daughter real young, like at 23, so I stopped doing all entertainment to be a father. I got a factory job to make sure that my daughter was taken care of, and then the girl I was dating at the time, who is the mother of my second child, saw how miserable I was. And she said, I'll give you 1 year to chase your dreams. And I think I was 28, 29, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I was like 28. And she said, I'll give you 1 year to chase your dreams, and you better go out there and do it. Mm-hmm. And that 1 year was pivotal in my career. I booked a movie. I booked a commercial. I became a door guy at the legendary Comedy Store. I got on the podcast Kill Tony. And then the rest is history.
Well, congratulations for making it to the Hall of Fame for Kill Tony.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I saw that. You grew up in Macon, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And tell us about this Macon Little Theater. You played there several times.
Yeah, I used to be very active in the community theater program in Macon, Macon Little Theater, and also Theater Macon. A lot of church plays, a lot of school plays. When I was like in high school, I think Wild 'N Out was brand new, like 06, something like that. So I would, in the cafeteria, like reenact Wild 'N Out stuff. Like I've always had a knack for entertainment. Mm. That's all I've known. I mean, I played football, and then when my football didn't work out, entertainment.
Yeah. You grew up around a bunch of rednecks, you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I grew up.
How did that affect your upbringing?
It let me know that America's not as racist as the news tries to portray it, because according to that, I should be dead, right? Or at least something racist should have happened to me, according to what our people put out. So
you grew up around rednecks and you never had a racial encounter, a racist encounter?
Never.
Never?
No, I actually have a great story for you. My family owns property out in Monroe County. I was riding my dirt bike, and it bogged out in a creek, and I couldn't get it out. And do you know what was right over the hill? A Klan rally. No lie.
And did you wander over there?
Well, I was just trying to get my dirt bike out, right. And I was scared as hell because I've only heard that the Klan is here to kill me. So my heart's beating fast. I'm like 12, 13 years old, and these people helped me get my dirt bike out and told me to get out of here.
look here, nigga, we gonna help you get that dirt bike, but you don't come around here no damn more. We gonna hang you.
But I lived.
So, but you were scared to death.
I was scared as hell.
But why were you scared if there was no?
Because that's what was put into me. That you know the Klan is bad. Have you ever ran into a Klan member?
On a daily basis. I live in Texas.
Wow, sir, I'm talking about you ever ran into somebody with a damn pillow sheet over their head. You know what I'm talking about, a pillowcase.
No, I haven't.
So you never ran into a David Duke. So you only know what they've told us. And I'm not taking up for the Klan, but I'm saying this is what was put into.
Bro, that's wild. That's a little bit, it's not on the same level, but it's almost like Lil Wayne's story of like getting saved by a cop. It's like you just never know. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It almost begs the question, like, if these Klansmen have like no problem helping a young black kid like with his fucking 4-wheeler or whatever dirt bike, as they should not have a problem helping him. Like, why are you part of the Klan? Like, what the fuck? Like, maybe you need to join. Y'all need to disband it and join a new club. Like, whatever. But it just shows, like, at the end of the day, are they racist? Like, I guess they are, but damn, like, I don't know. It's weird.
To my head is that they were bad, and I thought I was about to die.
What do you think the premise of the KK Klan? What do you think their mission statement is?
From what I've heard, is to keep their bloodline pure. And I mean, people often don't even know what racism means. Racism, the basis of racism is a fight for resources. That's the basis of racism, is a fight for resources. Is that not
True.
the base?
True.
So what? So if a white person called me the N-word, he's not fighting me for resources. So is that really racist?
Well, if a white person calls you the N-word, knowing the history of that word, he's not necessarily racist, but he is a bigot.
But what opportunity did he take away from me? Has a white person ever took opportunity away from you?
Well, he could have taken the opportunity away from you to just go on about your business and be happy and have a good day.
But for you, has a white person ever took an opportunity away from you?
Yeah.
How so?
So I used to be
The boxer.
I used to be nah, not the boxer, but I used to be.
You're Bernard Hopkins, right?
Huh?
I'm joking.
Shouts out to Beehive. Shouts out to Beehive. I used to be a door-to-door salesman for the Houston Chronicle. I used to sell newspaper subscriptions.
Okay.
And my supervisor, who drove us around and let us out to go and walk the streets and stuff like that, he would drop us off in the neighborhoods where people had already had bad experiences with the newspapers and stuff like that.
So he gave you a bullshit route.
And then he gave us the raggedy routes. He would give the black guys the raggedy routes. And, you know, the white guys would jump out. And some of these guys were like 14, 15 years old. I'm a grown man at this point. I'm 21, 22. So, you know, I need to pay bills.
Right.
And so I might be out there for 4 or 5 hours, you know, trying to get a couple sales to pay my bills. These little white kids jump out in a brand new neighborhood, get out there and write 6 orders up right quick and jump back in the van and smoke weed and ride around for the rest of the day. This was my, you know, former supervisor.
Was it a white neighborhood?
Yeah, it was.
So that's called relativity.
Explain.
You buy from what you can relate to.
Yeah, well, I think that's part.
I don't think that's racism.
That's true in a sense because
why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
That's true in a sense because I buy every day myself.
Why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
I buy every day from people that I necessarily can't relate to as far as culturally, but I relate to them as far as individuals and human beings.
Black people
so that's
don't
not
even
necessarily true.
Black people don't even like to live around black people.
Some black people don't.
When black people get money, where they move?
I'm good.
You live in a black neighborhood?
I think I'm a move.
Give me a second, everyone. I'm gonna try something out with the camera real quick. Give me a second. we'll see how the if the video quality is any better on my on Mia on the camera that's on me looking ass. All right, let's continue.
Move where I'm gonna live where in the best area that my money.
Yeah, Joey, everyone can be that way. It's not about race. I've heard it summed up this way: if you are around someone for 5 or 10 minutes or any amount of time, you'll often find a reason to like or dislike them based on something other than race, like quickly. So yeah, it's not about race, bro.
Money can afford.
Why?
So I'm not.
If you're still in the chat, Joey, let me know if the audio and video all looks good. Shout out Joey Flex.
I'm not going around looking to live in a white neighborhood and here's another thing.
But according to statistics,
a lot of times we say white neighborhood, and these neighborhoods are mixed. It's not just white people, it's black people, it's white people, it's Hispanic people, it's Asian people.
What's the predominant ethnic background in your neighborhood?
It's mixed.
What do we call it?
I think probably the predominantly I don't know, because I see everybody, bro. I really can't say.
So you get it.
I probably see just as many Hispanics as I see whites. I see about the same amount of black people.
So you get it.
What do I get?
You get that we should not be seeing color. It's not that deep. It's really not. Like, I can't speak for you because you came from a different generation. But my generation, we should not be looking at color. And here's a part that was not included in the video.
I don't think we're trying to look for color, bro. I don't think nobody's just walking around.
So why we still getting offended about stupid stuff?
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but...
Oh, really? I can pull up some of these comments.
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but nobody's naive that color exists. Nobody's naive that we live in a live in a colorist society.
When's the last time you ran into a real racist white person living in Texas?
Probably today.
How so?
Because he was white.
But that's... You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with y'all,
You see
man.
what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you. But here's the deal. As far as like outwardly somebody, acting racist toward me, I don't get that. I don't really deal with that.
Your generation, sir.
I don't really deal with that because I'm not in. I guess I kind of on one end, I'm not in an area where, like, I'll say the police can be aggressive toward me or want to be aggressive toward me.
Why is that?
Because I'm from the hood, so I lived in the hood for a long time.
Isn't every black person from the hood?
But hold on.
There's no generational wealth.
No, well,
not really.
Everybody not from the hood.
Every black person.
My kids are not from the hood.
Let me say this: every black person that's alive right now is either from the hood or one generation away from the hood. Black people.
Not every. Come on, bro. It's not that bad.
So if you're from the hood,
maybe a couple.
One. Like, I can't speak for you.
It's mixed. Individuals and human beings.
Black people
that's
don't
not
even
necessarily get a couple sales to pay my bills. These little white kids jump out in a brand new neighborhood, get out there and write 6 orders up right quick and jump back in the van and smoke weed and ride around for the rest of the day. This was my, former supervisor.
Was it a white neighborhood?
Yeah, it was.
So that's called relativity.
Explain.
You buy from what you can relate to.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part.
I don't think that's racism.
That's true in a sense because.
Why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
That's true in a sense because I buy every day myself.
Why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
I buy every day from people that I necessarily can't relate to as far as culturally, but I relate to them as far as individuals and human beings.
Black people
that's
don't
not
even
necessarily true.
Black people don't even like to live around black people.
Some black people don't.
When black people get money, where they move?
I'm good.
You live in a black neighborhood?
I think I'm a move where I'm gonna live where in the best area that my money can afford.
Why?
So I'm not going around looking to live in a white neighborhood and here's another thing.
But according to statistics,
a lot of times we say white neighborhood, and these neighborhoods are mixed. It's not just white people, it's black people, it's white people, it's Hispanic people, it's Asian people.
What's the predominant ethnic background in your neighborhood?
It's mixed.
What do we call
I
mixed?
think probably the predominantly. I don't know because I see everybody, bro. I really can't say.
So you get it.
I probably see just as many Hispanics as I see whites. I see about the same many. I see about the same amount of black people.
So you get it.
What do I get?
You get that we should not be seeing color. It's not that deep. It's really not. Like, I can't speak for you because you came from a different generation. But my generation, we should not be looking at color. And here's a part that was not included in the video.
I don't think we trying to look for color, bro. I don't think nobody's just walking around.
So why we still getting offended about stupid stuff?
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but...
Sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, really? I can pull up some of these comments.
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for...
Willie D is really going to make the argument no one's walking around looking for color, but he wants people to be on code. And, dude, this whole thing is about color. Skin folk, kin folk, all this. It's like, come on, bro.
For color, but nobody's not...
Sorry, the whole thing right now where I was adjusting the screens and the camera and all that, I was switching around the camera to see if 4K really looks any better live and just kind of if there's any difference. So I appreciate anyone that's watching right now being patient with me.
That color exists. Nobody's naive that we live in a color. We live in a colorist society.
When's the last time you ran into a real racist white person living in Texas?
Probably.
By the way, it doesn't seem to make that much difference.
Today.
How so?
Because he was white.
But that's... You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with y'all,
You see
man.
what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you. But here's the deal. As far as like outwardly somebody, acting racist toward me, I don't get that. I don't really deal with that.
Your generation, sir.
I don't really deal with that because I'm not in. I guess I kind of, and on one end, I'm not in an area where, like, I'll say the police can be aggressive toward me or want to be aggressive toward me.
Why is that?
Because I'm from the hood, so I lived in the hood for a long time.
Isn't every black person from the hood?
But hold on.
There's no generational wealth.
No, well,
not really.
Everybody not from the hood.
Every black person.
My kids are not from the hood.
Let me say this: every black person that's alive right
Okay, thanks, Joey. I'll turn it up a little.
now is either from the hood or one generation away from the hood. Black people,
not every. Come on, bro. It's not that bad.
So if you're from the hood,
maybe a couple,
one in America, maybe 2 or 3 in America,
4 or 5.
I'm one generation away from the hood.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody in my age demographic should only be one generation away from the hood because there was no black wealth.
Well, we had it, and they took it. We had it. We had it with Rosewood. We had it with so many other. We had it with a whole lot of. We had it with Tulsa. We had it with a lot of townships all throughout America. They came in and they destroyed those townships.
Okay.
They destroyed it. So we had it. It ain't like we ain't never had it. We had it, but they destroyed it. So we had to go back and rebuild. So that's what. So we're finally coming back around to your point.
Why do you feel like black people think the white man is their worst?
So we had to go back and rebuild. So that's what. So we're finally coming back around to your point.
Why do you feel like enemy?
I don't know if all black people think that the white man is their worst enemy. Because I don't necessarily think that the white man is.
I think my mic was muted, but he made a good point just there about.
We had it with a lot of townships.
They had like townships built up and they got destroyed. That's a good point.
Out America, they came in and they destroyed those townships.
Okay.
They destroyed it. So we had it. It ain't like we ain't never had it. We had it, but they destroyed it. So we had to go back and rebuild. So that's what. So we're finally coming back around to your point.
Why do you feel like black people think the white man is their worst enemy?
I don't know if all black people think that the white man is their worst enemy. Because I don't necessarily think that the white man is my worst enemy, but I do recognize that a lot of what we see that go on in this country, white men are at the head. White men do run. White men white men do run the prison system. They do run the court system.
So now that we know that,
they do run Congress. They do run Wall Street. So a lot of the decisions that are made in this country are made by white men. A lot of decisions that adversely affect black people are made by white men.
So now that we know that, what do we do?
Well, we continue to fight. We continue to. We don't stop. We don't just listen. Everybody has
the best thing I think a black person can do.
Anybody that's ever been wronged or feel like they've been wronged, you have a right to complain. But after you complain, you do something about it.
I don't complain.
So I think, well, that's your right. I said you have a right.
There's no reason to complain.
I didn't say you had to. I said you have a right to complain. But after you complain, you do something about it. So it is quite possible to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I think that it's a disservice, and it's just really disrespectful when people say, stop complaining, stop complaining. You can complain about, if you feel like you've been wrong, you can complain, but complaining have never fixed anything.
No.
So you can speak on it.
Yeah, shutting up is not good because then you can't discuss and like figure out a way to fix things. But at the same time, complaining doesn't fix anything. So you need to be thinking of a solution. Good point by Willie D. I mean, he's not a dumbass.
But you continue to better yourself and you continue to march forward. You continue to progress. Mm-hmm. That don't mean that because somebody did you wrong, you just sit and you wallow in grief. You get up and you get out there and
do you feel like a lot of our people do?
I think a lot of people do. Because here's the thing.
I feel like
I hear a lot of people always talking about, see, it's the thing. A lot of times I hear people talking about black people always complaining. Bro, go on any of these websites, Yahoo especially.
Sir, you're showing your age. Yahoo?
Yahoo. I go to all of them.
Yeah. I have not been on Yahoo in like 10 years.
I go to all of them. And by the way, I'm proud of my age.
No, I'm not saying it was a joke.
But here's the thing.
You didn't get my.
No, I heard you, but I had to say it. Some people have cognitive dissonance, so I have to speak for that. I know you're smart. Yeah. But the thing is that you go some of these sites like Daily Mail and Storm and some of these sites, all they do is complain, bro. Like they talk about how black people complain, but
so why read it? Why even put that negative energy in your mind?
For me, it's about knowing what's going on. It's about being.
What does that help you with if you said white people run this country?
Well, I cover news on my podcast.
I've seen
I cover news.
Faison is one of my favorite.
Yeah. So I need to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
I need to know what's going on.
The same reason I read the news.
But I'm not finna sit and just watch. Like I ain't gonna sit down and watch Fox News for more than 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just check out the clips.
Shouldn't.
But I ain't gonna be.
Do you feel like the
Nielsen
news
ratings.
continues to push forward the racist narrative?
Absolutely.
So divided. We can't.
Look, man, we're definitely stronger together. All of us, not just black people.
whites,
not just
Asians,
Mexicans. Okay, we're all.
So where does
we're better when we work together.
Where does the divide?
I should be paying more attention to this. Sorry, I'm kind of adjusting like video settings and shit. But good points being brought up. Like David's asking good questions and Willie D's giving good answers. So it's almost like the interview's flipped at this point. But it's like good to hear him talk about unity and like working together. Because I mean, come on now. I'm gonna do one more little thing and then hopefully I can get back focused on the reaction. Just to give you a little behind the scenes, I'm just fucking around with like the video settings like I was saying, but I noticed when I moved the camera closer to try to get the image sharper, the sunlight that I have the doors open here in my place, the sunlight was coming through and it was giving like a green little reflection. So then I was trying to mitigate that, and then when I did that, it made the room darker, and I just didn't want it to be too dark in here on me. So anyway, let's get back to it.
Divide come in.
We have people in this country who are hate mongers, and it's beneficial to those people. It's beneficial to those people for us to be separated.
You know who are the most racist people I know?
Who?
Black people.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Because you know it's true.
But why? No.
Because
I knew you were gonna say that because I've been checking out how you move. So I'm listening to how you move, and I'm listening to some of your thoughts. When you start saying things like, you support Trump and Kyle
course.
Rittenhouse.
It's called trolling.
Okay, but you
trolling.
said. Like, when do I know you telling the truth, man? Like, when do I'm supposed to take you seriously?
When I hit my vape, that's when I'm telling the truth.
That is a very, 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 very good question by Willie D. Like, if you're a comedian, you're always trolling, etc., then when do I know when you're being serious versus... It's one thing if you're trolling on stage and stuff, but it's kind of in this time where... let me make myself big again real quick. In a time where... Damn, did it... All right, hold on. Let me... Every time I change a setting, I'm hurting myself. Here we go. Why is... Okay, sorry guys. I'm going through a little learning curve here. Sorry, learning curve of a newbie here. I think I about got it though. 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that. So what I was gonna say is, I forgot. My bad, homies.
Saying things like, you support.
Okay, I remember now. We were saying when is he serious versus when is he trolling. Yeah, this is a big thing, especially now that it's one thing back in the day when you're on stage, you're a performer, we know you're trolling in. As soon as you get off stage, okay, maybe he's not trolling anymore because it's pretty separate. But now that our lives are more, the lines between what's professional and like your like, how do I say it, your persona, your show persona, or like your professional persona versus like just you as a person, the lines are very blurred nowadays because we try to give people the inside view of like our lives at all times with social media and stuff like this, live streaming, and just really give our fans the connectivity and the inside scoop. And so the lines I feel like are blurred more than ever on entertainer versus when do you shut off the I don't even know what I'm drawing a blank, but like, when do you shut off the performer David Lucas or the performer Logan versus personal? And like, when can I take you serious versus when are you trolling or doing comedy or doing what you do? That's a damn good question. It's a damn good question by Willie D. So let's see what they say, and then maybe I can think of something else to say about it. Y'all let me know too if y'all are whether you're watching it live or if you happen to catch this later on. I mess with different video settings and camera placement, HD, 4K, and ISO settings, and like kind of the brightness in the room and stuff. So just let me know if y'all happen to catch a certain time when the settings are better or worse or anything like that. So shout out to anyone that watches this video. Appreciate it. This is definitely only my second time live streaming, so it's a learning experience.
What if you support Trump and Kyle Rittenhouse?
You say it's called trolling.
Okay, but you said it. Like, when do I know you telling the truth, man? Like, when do I'm supposed to take you seriously?
When I hit my vape, that's when I'm telling the truth.
That
was good.
Okay.
But look though, why are black people mad at Kyle Rittenhouse? He killed white people. Should he be a hero? If we're pushing the narrative,
I don't think black people ain't the only ones mad at Kyle Rittenhouse. There's a lot of people mad
black
at Kyle
people,
Rittenhouse.
man. I be around a lot of white people, and you know that. And they try to say that my group of friends are racist, which is false, and I'll put that out here right now. And you know the group of friends I'm talking about because you've been on his podcast.
What group?
JRE.
Shouts out to Joe Rogan.
Shouts out to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He's so racist that he's helped me take care of my daughters. And
Joe Rogan's so racist that he's married to a black woman. For those of y'all who don't know, maybe I'm fucking around and get it wrong. Let me look that up. I think he's married to a black woman though.
And help elevate my career. That's how racist he is, y'all.
Nah. Joe ain't like that. But you know that's a.
I know he's not like that, but
you ain't gonna be able to convince anybody that don't like Joe any different.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but they try to call him racist. Yeah.
I'm about to look it up, but I don't think his wife is black, but I think his stepkids are black, or half.
So racist, he helped me elevate in my career. That's how racist he is, right? I didn't know that a white man. Or actually, he's Italian. I don't know if there's any discretion when it comes to the black community. If you don't look black, I think black people think that you're white. But he's an Italian man that has helped me progress in my career, put a lot of money in my pocket, which helps.
But now,
okay, go ahead. What?
Oh no, go ahead.
Which helps take care of my daughters, feed my daughters, and helps me take care of my mom. My mom is on my payroll because I feel like that's how it should be. You raised me, you took care of me, so now it's time for me to take care of you.
Now, I personally don't believe this, but now you're gonna have people saying, "Well, that's why you rocking with Joe because you know he takes care of you."
But I just told you I just told you where racism comes from.
Where does this come from?
For a fight for resources. He's making it to where we don't have to fight for resources. Joe is the most equal opportune, level-headed person I've ever met in my life. Solid human being.
He does seem pretty balanced.
And even when when they were trying to cancel him, there was a lot of stuff he could have said that he never once came out and spoke about. Well, that could have been like the big joker when you play spades. Like,
You're not gonna get any argument out of me with Joe.
No, I don't want to.
I know Joe.
Of course you do.
I know him as a person.
I know him as a person
he's
too.
A decent dude.
But I'm saying this for the audience that is gonna intake this audio and intake this visual. That's who I'm speaking for. Sir, you're a level-headed individual. We spoke on Sunday. I know you're a level-headed individual because, you know, you had your little YouTube rant, but then when I spoke to you on the phone, you were a totally different human being. And I'm sure I'm a totally different human being than the person that you saw on stage.
Why did it have to be a little rant? Why couldn't it be the big rant? I was dismissive, man.
I like that they're sharing a laugh and shit. It's good to see.
I like this guy a lot, man.
You had your little rant, anything that goes against you is little. You know what I'm saying?
And Willie D is amazing, boy. I'm about to fucking tell all my MAGA supporters to stream the Geto Boys.
I'm good on MAGA, bro. I'm good on MAGA.
What's wrong with? Let me ask you. What's wrong with Trump?
What's wrong with Trump?
In your eyes.
Here we
In
go.
my eyes,
Uh-oh.
here's the reason why I don't like Trump.
Because he tells the truth.
No, well, my sister tells the truth. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing.
Well,
It's a lot of people tell the truth, but also he tells a lot of lies too.
What
you know what I'm
lies?
saying? Y'all don't focus on any of the lies that he tells. Y'all just talk about the truth.
Every
But
politician lies.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Trump. Here's why I really just don't like Trump.
Okay.
Trump, before Obama ran for president, Trump had never questioned the nationality of a president. He never went after
Ethnicity, nationality
well,
is different.
ethnicity.
Yeah.
He never. No, he questioned the nationality of Barack Obama.
Oh yeah, whether he was American or not.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Trump, just conveniently, he never publicly just went after a president, but just.
He was a troll.
But here's the thing, like. Just coincidentally, we get the first black guy who looks like he can become president, and here come Trump with all of this vitriol out of nowhere. Where's this coming from? I mean, he's been around
Because he saw
he's
through
been around
Obama.
politicians for a long time.
He saw through Obama.
He saw through Obama.
What did Obama?
So
what
he
did-
didn't see through all those other damn presidents that he'd been patting pockets.
Solid point. It was just some racist hate on the slick shit.
But I'm
He
saying,
didn't see through none of them, right?
what did Obama do for the black community?
What did any of them do for the black community?
Trump gave us resources.
What resources?
What's that act called that he did for the black colleges? The economy was amazing.
What act?
At the end of the day, I'm American.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so you know that domestic imports and exports is a big part of making our dollar strong. Did you have more money in your
Okay.
pocket during his presidency?
I have more money in my pocket every year.
All right.
It don't matter who the president is. And that's what a lot of people got to understand. Like, look, fam, whether it's Trump, Biden, whoever, ain't none of them going to affect my bottom line.
But the strength of the dollar will definitely affect your
The
bottom
strength
line.
of the dollar going to do what it do no matter who in office.
No, that's not true.
Because these presidents are selected. And let me
You
tell you,
think so?
and let me tell you,
So you're a
some-
conspiracy theorist.
Let me tell you something about Donald Trump.
Okay.
Let me tell you something I know about Trump
Please.
and the rest of them.
I'm waiting to meet him.
That's a good thought by Willie D. These presidents are selected. So I like that. I like hearing that, and I like that idea, but I don't know if that really goes with Willie D's other messages of like get out and vote and like I'm gonna run for politics and such. So if you think it's rigged or the presidents are selected, then
So if he watches podcast,
Trump is no different than any other rest of them. All of these presidents,
They're pawns.
they get to have a personality and they get to have one, maybe two hobbies while they in office. A couple of hobbies that they can act like are major platform initiatives. That's what they get. Everything else is part of the grand plan. And you either gonna get in line with that grand plan or they're gonna give you a street like they're gonna put you on Elm Street like they did JFK. Now that's what's gonna happen. I don't care who the president is.
Okay.
So if you that big and bad, and you want to buck the plan, if you're gonna just buck the system like that, you wouldn't be in court. You wouldn't be have all these charges against you if you was that big and bad. Trump ain't that dude y'all think he is. Y'all think he all
who is y'all?
you and your MAGA people. That's y'all.
I've never announced a political affiliation. I'm a Republican. And you are
Okay.
too. Whether you want to tell your audience you are a Republican. You can't say.
Let me speak on that.
Okay, let's speak
No.
on it.
I want to hear what you got to say first.
Because you're a Republican.
Tell me why.
Because everybody like you, a successful, affect your
The
bottom
strength
line.
of the dollar gonna do what it do, no matter who in office.
No, that's not true.
Because these presidents are selected. And let me tell you.
think so?
And let me tell
So
you.
you're a conspiracy theorist.
Let me tell you something about Donald Trump.
Okay.
Let me tell you something I know about Trump
Please.
and the rest of them.
I'm waiting to meet him. So if he watches podcast,
Trump Trump is no different than any other rest of them. All of these presidents,
They're pawns.
they get to have a personality, and they get to have one, maybe two hobbies while they in office. A couple of hobbies that they can act like are major platform initiatives. That's what they get. Everything else is part of the grand plan. And you either gonna get in line with that grand plan, or they're gonna give you a street like they're gonna put you on Elm Street like they did JFK. Now that's what's gonna happen. I don't care who the president is.
Okay.
So if you that big and bad, you know, and you want to buck the plan, if you're gonna just buck the system like that, you wouldn't be in court. You wouldn't be have all these charges against you if you was that big and bad. Trump ain't that dude.
Wait, say that again. I'm gonna rewind it.
Y'all think he act like, or they get to have a personality, and they get to
Speaking of this, I remember Willie D back in the day being like, "Donald Trump, you're president." It was a good time.
have one, maybe two hobbies while they in office. A couple of hobbies that they can act like are major platform initiatives. That's what they get. Everything else is part of the grand plan. And you either gonna get in line with that grand plan, or they're gonna give you a street like they're gonna put you on Elm Street like they did JFK. Now that's what's gonna happen. I don't care who the president is.
Okay.
So if you that big and bad,
He's saying if Trump was big and bad or really bucking the system, they would kill him like JFK.
you know, and you want to buck the plan, if you're gonna just buck the system like that, you wouldn't be in court. You wouldn't be have all these charges against you if you was that big and bad. Trump ain't that dude y'all think he is. Y'all think he all.
Who is y'all?
You and your.
I would agree with that 100%. Trump is not who people think he is. He's not some big bad rebel. So I would agree with Willie D on this.
MAGA people. That's y'all.
I've never announced a political affiliation. I'm a Republican.
That's a
And
political
you are
affiliation.
too. Whether you want to tell your audience you are a Republican. You can't say.
Let me speak on that.
Okay, let's speak
No.
on it.
I want to hear what you got to say first.
Because you're a Republican.
Tell me why.
Because everybody like you, a successful career person who has had a successful career with rap, now you have a podcast. I saw your G-Wagon outside.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro. I came up here in a four-door pickup truck. Like, bro, what is you saying? You're a Republican because you care about finances. And I'm sure you're a loving father. You're not a loving husband because I don't see a ring on your hand, but that's no disrespect to you. But you care because finances matter. And that's the same thing that Ice Cube was trying to preach when the black community turned against him.
So you're equating having a concern for your finances with being a Republican.
That's all I care about.
Okay.
And some of the views, black people are Republican.
Okay, so here's
black people are Republican because I'm assuming you grew up Baptist.
I just grew up, man.
Oh, come on, man. We playing semantics now.
I just grew up.
You didn't go to church growing up? I've heard your music. It's very church influenced. Okay, a couple of times.
Yeah.
What does the Bible say?
Yea, though I walk through the shadow.
Okay, yeah. You want to pick that one up. But what does it say about gay people?
Be fruitful and multiply.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What does it say?
Come on. Come on, man. He trying to save his sponsors right now. I thought we were coming here to have a candid conversation. I'll hook you up with something.
No, yeah. Please do.
I will.
Please
So
do.
I really like your podcast. But what does the Bible talk about? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Why does the black community not get that? Right is right and wrong is wrong.
So let me ask you something.
Can I play devil's advocate? I don't know how your audience would take this. Okay. What's this word that black people like to use all the time when it only benefits them? Karma.
So black people got a lock on the word karma?
I've never heard a white person say karma.
You never heard a white person say karma?
No, have y'all?
I have, but
Oh, you heard a white. They probably was fucking a black guy. I've never heard a white person use the word karma. We're talking about the George Floyd joke, right? Okay. This is what the whole podcast is about. Can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
And people, please don't try to cancel me for having an open discussion
Cancel
with
his
Mr. Willie D.
ass.
We're talking about the word karma, right? Mr. Floyd dressed up as a utility worker to break into a Hispanic lady's house, pointed a gun at her pregnant stomach, and said, "You decide whether your child lives or dies."
And who told you she said that?
It was in the police report.
The police report.
What the lady said.
The police report,
Okay,
the
but-
same people who are affiliated with the people who killed George Floyd. But go ahead.
I'm playing devil's advocate, sir.
Okay,
I'm
I
playing
got you.
devil's
Okay,
advocate.
go ahead.
That's it. But whether he said that or not, he pretended to be a utility worker and he broke into a lady's house. Can we say that's a fact? Yes or no?
I'm not sure what it is.
That's
know
what he.
if- I
That's
don't
what
know
he.
if that's a
That's what he
fact.
went to prison for.
Is that in the police report?
That's on his report.
It's on the report?
Mr. Willie D. I've had a few drinks. And I'm about to give you one. I'm about to give you one.
Is it on the report?
Because he over here bullshitting with me.
I just want to know. I just want to know, is it on
Criminal
the
history
report?
is real. Criminal history is real. And guess what? That's why these motherfucking BLM marchers that steal money from black people can't find nothing on me. They're trying. They're trying to find something bad. They want to find something bad. But they can't. They cannot. Because early on I was taught law and I was taught about rules. Early on. And you can sit here and probably agree in your mind but disagree with your body that black people have a problem with respect for the law.
And white people don't? And Hispanics don't?
We're talking about our people right now.
The only thing about that is when you say stuff, when you make a statement like that, man, you're stroking it so broad.
I'm not stroking it.
I'm
not sure. What I'm trying to talk.
You're insinuating that only black people think this way.
Listen to what I'm saying, sir. And it goes back to what I said about classism. Like, race almost does not exist.
Who killed the most police officers, black people or white people?
White people.
Okay,
But
white people don't have a problem with the law.
But go back to statistics. Who are the majority in the country?
Okay.
And who gets killed the most by police?
Who?
Whites.
Okay.
Statistically.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, not statistically, because statistics.
Yeah, but who get killed the most disproportionately?
White people.
That's a lie. Black people get killed the most disproportionately.
That's because of statistics, because of the percentage of us that exists in this country versus the percentage of white people that exist in this country. That's why ours can seem disproportionate.
That is not why. It is because the police is more likely to shoot and kill a black person than they are a white person. And that's statistics. That's what the statistics say.
Let me tell you something, sir. I have 5 cars. All of them look like black people's cars.
And what does a black
You know what I'm talking about, man. Don't play with me. Big rims,
serious.
subwoofers, tint.
Big wheels.
I don't got no inconspicuous car at all. You know what I'm talking about. You from Texas. I don't do the spokes that'll cut somebody's ankles off walking on the sidewalk, swangers, whatever they call it, because I'm not from Texas. But what I'm saying is none of my cars.
Well, the Mexicans down here do that too, though.
I didn't grow up in Texas, sir. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm just,
Where I'm from, Mexicans drive Hondas with rims.
But we're talking about Texas now. So,
but what I'm saying,
in Texas,
I'm saying,
but in Texas we do it.
Gotta ride with Willie D on this one too. Texas boys.
A little different.
Yes, sir. Y'all got your own flavor. Yes, sir. But what I'm saying is, all my cars look like ethnic cars. All of them.
This man said ethnic cars.
You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, but you're over here trolling me.
No, I'm not.
You're over here trolling me. You're trolling me.
I'm trying to get understanding.
What do most niggas do when they get a car? What's going to happen during tax season?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Man,
most,
all these-
I don't know most niggas, bro. I don't know,
All
I don't
these
know that.
shuck and jive ass, fly by night ass car dealers gonna have niggas lined up outside with that tax return to pay $800 a month on a 2008 car with rims with 120,000 miles. Our
Well,
community.
let's take away the rims, and let's take away the rims and keep the 120,000 miles. So ain't nobody else.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Just black people gonna be buying cars during.
I'm black, sir.
I'm just saying,
I
is
fall
black
into,
people gonna be the only ones buying
I
cars
fall into
during
the
tax
same
season.
category. I like to be seen. You see my I didn't know what I was walking into today. I would have wore all my jewelry. I didn't know what I was walking into.
But
I'm not from Houston. I'm not from Texas at all. I didn't know what I was walking. I am a nigga.
what's a nigga, man?
Come on, bro.
No,
Now
I'm
you-
serious. No, I'm serious. What's a nigga? I'm serious.
NIGGA. It's a person like me.
But explain what is a nigga.
I bought a $20,000 watch before
Tell them Zero.
I bought a house.
And are you saying that people that look like you the only ones that do that?
I'm not saying
Buy
they don't,
a-
but I'm
buy
saying
a $20,000
when
watch before they buy a
when
house?
it comes to the people that I hang around, we do a lot of ignorant shit. We buy jewelry, we buy cars to impress hoes, we buy.
That's not just. Yeah, that's every race, but it's focused more, I think, on the African Americans because America pushes pop culture worldwide, and we're that's like our number one product is selling the culture, and like the people that do that most in our culture, even though they don't represent the most of society number wise, they do in pop culture and like what's cool and what's relevant, what's popping is the African Americans, and they push the culture, so they're gonna get focused on more doing this kind of low level stuff because overall they push what's cool and what's relevant in the culture. So, but everyone does it.
Men dress up for women, for bitches.
And none of your white friends dress up for women.
Man, all my white friends dress like they got 99 cents.
Okay, maybe they trying to attract a 99-cent woman.
I doubt it. That's just different ethnic groups put their money in different places, and we know that. Like I can't remember statistics, but black people spend enough money every year on fashion and entertainment to run this country. What does that tell you? That maybe we're not as poor as we think we are.
No, they're not.
I think our entertainment and
Black people are so much more important to this country than anyone knows or wants to admit.
I think our entertainment and fashion spendage was like $7 billion last year. That could have ran this country for like a whole year, the whole country, all 365 million.
$7 billion?
Yes, sir.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, this damn country going $1 trillion in debt every damn year.
Why? Because we send money to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Sending that money to Ukraine, building everything but infrastructure.
What infrastructure do we need?
But hell, first of all, we need to fix these damn roads. All throughout America, the damn roads got this potholes. You're
Okay.
tearing up your cars everywhere you go.
See, we strayed away from what I was saying. So all my cars have my flavor on it. Since you don't like to use the word ethnic, they have my flavor on it. I have limo tint on all my cars. All my cars have something extra. I got beat in all my. I got a Tesla with beat. I got rims on my Tesla. I got a Monte Carlo with rims, 24s. I got a Porsche with rims with speakers.
Man, these bigger, some of these bigger creators like Willie D and can't really think of who else offhand, but they need to get with the timestamp game. Only like the really, really biggest people seem to have it.
I got a Yukon. My mama's car is up under me. I got a 67 Plymouth Duster, rims. We rimmed out. And what I'm saying is I follow no street rules. I get pulled over by the police a lot. I get pulled over by the police a lot, sir. And this is my truth. So I can't speak for every other black person that has experienced a run-in with the police, but this is my truth, and you can't take away from my truth. I've been pulled over by the police drunk. I've been pulled over by the police with drugs. I've been pulled over by the police with illegal guns in my car. But I have one thing that I do. I watch a lot of body cam footage every day. I fall asleep to that shit. I watch body cam footage because I study this shit. I watch body cam footage every day, sir. And I have one thing that I don't see in a lot of this body cam footage, and that is respect. When I get pulled over by the police, my hands are on the steering wheel, my windows are rolled down, and my radio is turned down. I've never had a gun pulled on me.
I typically do the same, but I mean, obviously I'm not black, but I do the same type shit.
I've been pulled over drunk before. Yes, sir. No, sir. You need my license, sir? Do you mind if I reach in my glove compartment? And they can call it buck behavior. They can call it yes or massa behavior, but my goal at the end of the night is to get home to my kids. My goal.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go
as
that far.
As far as what?
Like I wouldn't go as far as saying that's buck behavior. I think.
But I'm saying
I think that is getting home at the end of the night, like you say. That's proper behavior. Like the thing is that I get that part. Where
go watch some body cam footage tonight.
I get the part where
99% of the black people that get pulled over, what the fuck you pulling me over for?
That is a lie, bro.
I watched the body cam footage.
Bad, bro. 99%, man. Come on.
Okay, 85%. All right, I get a better statistic. 85%.
So again, this is just black folks being disrespectful to the police.
I watch white people too.
Else doing it.
White people are crazy.
So why just mention black folks?
Because that's my ethnic background.
But when you saying just black, do you understand that when you just say...
I don't.
Do you?
Because I don't.
So, okay, so you don't understand that when you make statements like that and you say the black folks, you don't understand that if you're not quantifying that people will say that, he's trying to make it seem like only black people doing this.
Fuck them people. Didn't y'all say George Floyd pain should be my pain? So goddamn it, we should do better as a whole. If George Floyd pain has to be my pain, we have to do better as a whole. And if you don't fucking like me, don't fucking like me. But I'm going to continue, and hopefully I wake some niggas up.
Well, I don't think that you're qualified to make that statement.
Well, I shouldn't be qualified.
You know
why? Who will qualify somebody?
Because George Floyd's pain ain't your pain.
But
so you
they told me it should be.
So you saying that it don't even compute.
So at what point do I get disqualified to feel empathy for George Floyd? Where did I get disqualified for that?
When you made that statement.
How?
When you said that you would have shot him.
How many niggas have joked about George Floyd? That's not on a public platform.
I don't know who these niggas are. I don't know that. I just don't.
Maybe I just hang around the wrong people.
And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't made it. And I'm not around. Yeah, maybe because I don't hang around people who make jokes about George Floyd.
Me and my black homies.
That was a tragic event.
That
was tragic.
Let me tell you something real.
And the same thing that happened to George Floyd could happen to either you and all your black homies.
It could, but it's not likely to because I follow law.
You follow law. So yeah,
I'm not taking a fake 20 into a store.
Have you seen any? Have you like all of these police murdering black folks over the last decade or so?
I study these body cams for a reason.
We saw on camera.
Yeah,
we saw on camera. Are you saying that in all of those cases that the police was right?
I'm an advocate for the police.
That none of the black people complied.
I'm an advocate for the police.
None of those black people complied.
In every case I've studied, and I studied the George Floyd case, there are a lot, and even Mike Brown, and even Sterling, who was selling the CDs, New Orleans, and even the guy selling the loose cigarettes. There are a lot of steps as black people. If our goal is to get home, there are a lot of steps we could have taken to make sure we get home. So as a whole, black people say police are racist. They say police are racist. That's what the fuck I hear black people say all the time. So if you know police are racist and you know that they're scared of you, why not comply? If I get pulled over, I'm not saying, what the fuck you put me over for, man? Fuck you, pig. Because now you got him on edge. Whether it's a black, white, Asian, whatever the fuck he is, that man want to get home just like you want to get home. So, sir, here we go. Can I reach for my license? Can I reach for that? I did that before. I don't feel comfortable. I've told police that before. I'd rather you put me in handcuffs and I direct you to where my stuff is at.
What's the little kid name who got killed?
Rice?
Passing with the gun.
Rice?
What's his first name?
Tamir.
So how do you reconcile Tamir Rice murder?
Okay, when I was growing up in Georgia, right? I grew up by a grandfather who was born, even though he married a half-white woman, whatever, if that means something to y'all motherfuckers. I was born with a grandfather who wouldn't let us play with no type of guns, not even a water gun, because he knew what green light that could mean for a police officer. I wasn't allowed to have a water gun, a cap gun, a gun with an orange tip on it because my granddaddy knew what that meant. We don't have those type of people anymore that instill those same things into us. When I was growing up in the South, and I'm not 50 years old, I couldn't go spend the night at nobody's house until my mama and my granddaddy and grandmama met those people. We didn't know who they people is. I'm like, well, I can't just spend the night in their house. We didn't know who they people is. Maybe they don't got the same values that we got. You've probably heard that. Who your people is? You date somebody, who your people is, girl? Oh, okay, them good people right there. Everybody don't got the same fucking values. Everybody don't.
If Tamir Rice was white, would he be dead?
I don't know. Maybe.
You think the police would have just did a drive-by on a little
10-year-old
white kid?
Possibly.
Playing with a little gun?
How 10 years? Why was he playing with a fake gun?
I'm just asking you, do you think?
Why was he playing with a fake gun?
You're a smart guy. Do you think?
Where were his parents at? Where was Tamir Rice's parents at?
His parents could have been in
It does matter. It does matter. Because my mom would have never allowed me to go to a playground with a fake gun.
If Tamir Rice,
no.
You don't think he'd be dead if he was white?
Yes.
You think he'd be dead?
Where are the parents at? Where are the parents?
You don't think he would be dead if he was white?
Yes, I do.
You think he'd be dead?
Yes.
Where are the dead white kids who was playing with a play gun before in the history of the United States?
Maybe they were taught better.
Where are the dead white girls? Where are the dead white kids that play with a toy gun?
You know how this works, man. They got to perpetuate stereotypes. They only going to put the black ones in there. What happened?
So you don't think
what happened in Vegas when the black kids jumped on the white kid? Like, what are we talking about? I don't want to play semantics. I want to talk about our community and my George Floyd joke. I don't want to play semantics. I want to talk about how we can do better as a whole. And the way we can do better as a whole is to challenge these fucking parents to be parents. Your kids should not be playing with play guns at all.
What are y'all's thoughts on kids having toy guns? My dad was pretty damn strict with us growing up, and we were allowed to have guns, but he made it known, like, I don't know, he made it known, like, don't point them at people, but then we were playing with them, like, shooting, we would point them at each other, because we were like, so it's one of those weird things. I don't know, I could definitely see this perspective of, like, if you just never have them as toys, it's probably an overall good thing.
At all. Red tip, water gun, I couldn't play with none of that shit because my granddaddy understood the severity of playing with a fake gun.
Do you ever do you ever question the integrity of the people who make those play guns and sell those play guns to the parents?
It's called money, man.
I'm just saying, do you ever question them? Do you ever call them out?
I mean, because if that's the case, then we got to question why these niggas fry chicken at KFC. Like, there's so many things we can question, but I'm talking about parenting.
So you know that
my kids only can use YouTube Kids because there's too much bullshit floating on regular YouTube.
I don't even know if YouTube Kids is safe, bro. I think there's a huge pandemic of people just giving their kids over to their phone. They think they're giving their phone over to their kids. They're giving their kid over to their phone. Bro, I don't know any person I know that keeps their kid off their phone. And if I had kids, shit, my kid wouldn't touch a phone until they were like probably 7 or 8. Fuck all that. You don't know what it does to their brain. And maybe I know it's easy for me to like set this hard line when I don't have kids, but damn, bro, you gotta wonder what that does to their mental. Kind of just checking out the like shadows and shit and seeing. I might need to turn on a light here in a minute. I don't want it to get like too blurry. All right, let's continue. This video's a little longer than I thought it was gonna be, but fuck it, it's some good content. They're having a really good discussion, so.
I don't want my kids knowing about homosexual sex. I don't want my kids knowing about heterosexual sex at this age. We have to parent better. If we want to do better as a community.
And I say keep the phone out of your kids' hands, because even if you think, oh, they're on YouTube Kids, bro, you go in the other room, it takes 2 seconds for them to push home, browser, and look up anything they want. So, you know, I just, yeah. And then apart from them just looking up whatever they want, even if they are just watching YouTube Kids or like playing like games like Angry Birds or Candy Crush or whatever the fuck kids play now, like, do you really want them looking at something digital only a few inches from their face and not like using their own imagination, learning how the world and the nature of reality that they're going to have to interact with their whole life works? Because that's when kids learn how the world works and how to interact with the world the most, in those developmental years. But if they're taking up those prime years doing this, it's like, are they really learning about how to do things in the world and how the world works? And, you know, the next generation is supposed to lead us, and like, we want them to take what we know and build upon it, but they can't do that. If they can do that to a degree if they're looking on this, but not near as much. Like, we want them to take the knowledge we have and then take it in and analyze it all with that youth mind and take in a fresh perspective, a truly fresh perspective and an innocent mind, and then come up with a good idea off of how their mind works with it, runs with it. But are they going to really be able to do what I just described if they're on this? So it's almost like we're stunning the growth of future, maybe not future future geniuses, and at the least future genius ideas. It's like no one's going to innovate shit if we're all just like looking at the phone. So I don't know, man.
Community, we have to parent better. What happened to the community? Where grandma at? My grandma used to fuck me up. I'm sure your grandma used to fuck you up too. Her name was Zioni. She's tatted on my arm.
My grandma.
We used to call her Mom.
She only fucked me up once.
And that's all it took.
That's all it took.
And you started rapping and selling newspapers.
Yeah, I started selling newspaper and rapping.
Come on, bro.
Sure did. Damn.
You know these parents don't fucking parent.
Shout out to Ernestine.
You two parent these new kids, and that's why they're so unruly.
Yep.
We have to parent better as a whole.
No one wants to.
If we go,
I don't. Here's the thing,
man. We can't.
No one wants to do the hard thing when it comes to anything.
I don't have a problem with like
we can't continue to put our problems on white people.
But you're saying things that everybody already know, and everybody knows that. Like,
so maybe if I say it again.
So when you say something like that, here's the thing about that, because there are black people that speak in that type of manner, that say things that everybody know to be true, that it's easy to agree with. Like, who's going to disagree with? We got to parent better. Even if we was parenting at our optimum, we still got to parent, because there's always room for improvement. So we got to parent better. Yep. So that's easy to say, yeah. I mean, and that's something that everybody can agree on. Everybody can agree with that.
So are they doing it?
Everybody can agree with that. Are they doing it? I think many people...
Agreeing and actually doing is two different things.
Some people aren't. If they were...
I can say I need to work out, but if I don't work out...
If everybody was, then you wouldn't never had to make the statement.
Regardless if everybody was parenting better, if that would have happened, I would have still made the statement, sir, because I'm a comedian. And my job is to push the edge. If you're offended, shame on you.
So,
when pastors go in front of a church and lie to them, who criticizes them?
I do.
Where? Where that video at?
Man, you better go check that Willie D live. You don't know.
I guess I need to go.
Shit. Boy, I get them pastors the blues.
I'm going to go watch. I'm going to go watch, sir.
I be getting them pastors the blues.
I'm going to go watch, sir.
So here's the thing. Like, I want to go back to what you said about being a Republican. Here's the reason why I've never voted Republican.
Okay.
Right? It's just simple as this. Like, because I will say that I do have some conservative ways, and it's not just about money, right?
So you can admit that.
I can't admit that. It's not just about, for me, it's not just about money. Because I don't have a problem with paying more in taxes so that we can even things out a little bit more for those who have less. I know a lot of people.
If you worked your ass off, you want to take care of people that.
I know we got to really look out for each other, bro. See, that's one of the problems in this country is that we don't love our neighbors. We don't love our neighbors'
So where's the
children.
unity?
That's true. I'm going to throw this away real quick, but there's a good part coming up, and then I might kind of skip through the rest of it because this is, I haven't really seen this far, but this is as far as I've skipped ahead. So I'm really not sure how the last, 30 minutes goes. So I'm going to throw this trash away real quick, and then we'll get through the last 30 minutes real quick.
Where are the black people?
There are.
Bro, I haven't.
There's some unity out
Where?
there, bro. I got unity. I got unity.
You
in my
didn't like
circle.
me Sunday.
I got unity in my circle.
Where was your unity for me on Sunday?
I don't like you right now. You know what I'm saying?
That was good. By the way, I sampled that little clip in a song that me and Joey Flex put out on SoundCloud under Syntax Boys. So go check that out if you fuck with some underground fucking underground starter rap. I'm not gonna say we're the best, but it's a decent little jam. And anyway, we threw this little sample in there, so shout out to these two.
I like it.
But where's the unity? Where's the unity? Why wasn't black people saying?
I think it's okay, man. I think it's okay when people have certain grievances or whatever, and then you try to come together to get understand. Because that's what we're doing right now. I had a grievance with you.
But you already say you don't like me. Still.
I had a grievance. I had a grievance with you.
Okay.
And we connected and we had a conversation.
Yes, sir.
About that grievance.
Yep.
And to your credit, you agreed to come on the show. You could have went and sat down with anybody.
Right.
And you chose to come sit down with
First.
me.
First.
And I appreciate that. There is unity, and everybody is not just totally, disconnected. If you want unity, unity starts with yourself. Like part of what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? We're coming together. That's unity.
So where's the wholesome
Just being able to
comments?
sit down, being able to just sit down and having a civilized conversation.
Where's the wholesome?
Speaks to unity.
Where are the wholesome remarks? Let's educate this brother. Maybe he don't know. Where's the? Why am I being embraced? Why am I being embraced by one side? Take racism off the plate. Why does one side understand it was a joke, but the people that look like me be like, man, fuck you.
Because the joke was on the people that look like you and not the other side.
So where's the education? Well, let me, sir.
Educate him, Dave.
Well, I'm looking for
you got
that.
The floor, educate him.
I got 10,000 comments of niggas telling me not to come to this city. Don't come to that city. We don't want you here. Where's the education? Where's
the education is that I invited you on my podcast. And you're here. I'm sure this is one of the cities they told you better not come to. You're sitting here. You're in H-Town.
Should I go live right here?
You're sitting here, and you're sitting here, and we're having a conversation.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that speaks volume, right? Mm-hmm. That ended up saying, hey, that's a start.
Yep.
It's a start. The woman, you posted a woman on your Instagram with her hands folded. In fact, you pinned it to your Instagram.
With her hand what?
With her arms folded. Mm-hmm. A white woman. She was angry.
Right.
She was sitting next to a white guy with a beard. Mm-hmm. And you captioned your post, don't heckle at my shows.
Correct.
What was that about?
That was in Tampa, Florida, at one of my favorite clubs called Side Splitters. She was very disrespectful starting the show, and this was a white woman that I gave the business to. Gave the business. She had been heckling my openers When I came on stage, her gargantuous feet were on the stage with flip-flops.
Go ahead.
Should I say her fucking raisin potato salad feet? Would that make black people feel better? So, you know, she was... I have so many interactions with people that... Tampa, Florida, she had her feet on the stage. I'm like, yo, bitch, what is you doing? And she said something, and then part of the clip, I think the whole video's on my YouTube. I don't really remember the stuff I said to her. I made her leave. She started crying. I'm like, bitch, get out. Get out. I don't want to fucking see you up here crying when you were disrespectful to my area, because when I'm on stage, this is my area. So you putting a foot on my stage is very disrespectful, and I don't want to see that. So get the fuck out of my show. Order a Slim Fast on the rocks, and people are like, you should have ordered you one too, motherfucker. I don't like the way Slim Fast tastes. All right, that's why I didn't order me one. I've tried it.
Did she try to come back at you in some type of capacity?
I believe she did. The 4 videos on my YouTube from like 10 months ago. Yeah. It was around this time-ish, early spring, March, April, May, somewhere around there when that interaction happened. But yeah, she tried to come back, and I did what I do.
So here's when you say that, you know, why you embraced on one side and not the other, you know, I think that all comedians have a certain lane, right? And I think it depends on what type of jokes that you're telling. You know, you know, it just depends on what lane you're in. If you're telling you know, if you got a certain style of joking or whatever, you got some certain people that accept that. If you are, you know, speaking another way, then another group is probably going to embrace you more. Like, that was a time when, you know, Dave Chappelle, you know, majority of his audience, well, I guess it still is, but he didn't have as many black fans.
Great friend of mine.
He didn't have, like, just as many black fans, you know, coming out to see him. And now it's like, you know, he won them over. He figured out, you know, how to do jokes that, you know, that resonated with both sides.
And
because we have different cultural experiences, different jokes are going to hit differently with different crowds.
What were you rapping about 2 years in?
What was I rapping about?
Yes, sir. 2 years in. I've been headlining for 2 years.
I was rapping about let's see, politics, crime and punishment, women, sex, drugs, betrayal, love, hate.
So some people can consider that ignorant.
Yeah, some people could.
I'm 2 years in headlining.
But I was brilliant.
My best form will be comedy and rap are totally different. Yeah. My best form is yet to come.
You 2 years in.
Headlining. That's a totally different beast. I'm learning how to work a stage, how to do an hour-plus show. Totally different beast. And I don't expect people not in the comedy world to understand that. To go on stage and to go on stage and to dictate an audience for an hour is a different type of science.
I'm still gonna go right back to it, bro. I think if you tell a Holocaust joke, your career gonna take a different trajectory.
Well, I mean, don't challenge.
That is a real decent argument. I would, you know, but I think he could pull it off.
Challenge me, bro. I'm always up for a fucking challenge,
I think
man.
if you tell a Holocaust joke, it's gonna be different.
Can I come back on when I do?
Sure can.
Okay.
I would. I ain't saying I want to see it. I would love. I damn near said I would love to see it. But I understand it's gonna hurt people. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it's a see that there's a reason why, right? There's a good reason why Hispanic people don't make fun at people or take lightly of people disparaging Cesar Chavez. That's a good.
But who jokes
hold
about
on.
Cesar
That's
Chavez?
a good. I'm just saying. There's a good reason why they don't. There's a good reason why white people don't take lightly of people joking about JFK. There's a good reason why Muslims don't take lightly of people joking about Muhammad.
I don't know a Muslim comedian.
Okay, well, I'm saying that if you joked about Muhammad, you would feel their wrath.
You know Shane
And
Gillis?
the reason why, let me just say this, the reason why is two reasons. One is because they revere them. Two is they don't want you to get comfortable disrespecting their people, the people that they hold in high regard.
Is George Washington revered in the white community?
Yeah, he's revered.
Shane Gillis has a funny joke about him.
Yeah, well, you know, certain white people go. Some white people can get it.
How
Certain white people can get it.
we keep moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm just saying. I'm saying that it depends on a particular situation, or who a certain person is. If certain people have been, you know, certain people are held in a higher regard than others. It's just what it is. And
So
especially when you start talking, especially.
So who's the
if you
highest
start
regarded
talking
white
about
person in your eyes?
The highest regarded white person
That you feel is off limits.
off limits.
Yeah.
White person off limits. Let's see.
That's a good question.
Off limits.
Overall, I've been quiet like probably the last 20, 30 minutes, but overall, what do y'all think? Good conversation between two guys. Like I said towards the beginning, it's good to see people that disagree sit down, talk it out, flesh out why they disagree, and kind of see if they have any common ground after they get their disagreements out of the way. And then they might be able to talk about their disagreements and see if they actually can come to a common ground on that. And like I said, even if they don't change each other's mind about the specific issue they were disagreeing about, they might change each other's mind about another topic that comes up, or learn a new idea or thought process from each other, or all those things I just mentioned could be done to the audience who's watching when you're putting it out to a large scale audience. So it's always good to have like a good conversation, an open dialogue, rather than just like close off communication.
Limits. White person. JFK.
You think so?
I think if somebody, I've never heard anybody crack jokes about.
But you're not out there in the comedy streets.
Well, I am, but I just haven't heard it yet.
Who's your favorite live streamer?
Here's
Hit up the comments.
Here's a point that I will make is that I've watched a lot of the comedy that I watch.
Who?
I may not listen to what I'm saying. A lot of the comedy that I watch, I may not even know the guy's name. You know what I'm saying? But I watch the jokes. Like I watch a lot of stuff that's on Netflix, but I'm just not familiar with the dude's name.
Okay.
I'm really not familiar with the comic's name. Not even the newest black guys. I'm really not familiar with their names. But I watch the comic. I watch the jokes.
When it comes to top black guys, I mean, of course you got Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, but I personally think that Ali Sadiq right here out of Houston is the best. That's current.
Yeah, shouts out to Ali. Yeah.
Current and relevant. Yeah. He's the best. The best storyteller I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I rarely watch comedians that are not my friends, and I went to another comedy club, which is out of my norm, to watch him. And for 2 hours, this dude marveled me.
Yeah, Ali is top tier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can agree with that. Goddamn, we made a breakthrough.
They've agreed on a couple things. It's been a damn good conversation.
Yeah.
So we might go get a fried chicken dinner tomorrow, right?
Some casserole or something like that, you know.
Some quinoa. Some quinoa.
Yeah. Do you believe that there'll come a time in comedy, in the comedy space, where a person will be able to tell a joke and, you know, not have basically a movement, you know, as far as people going against what he's saying.
That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting. That's all I'm fighting for. Free speech. When I'm on that stage, I'm the court jester.
Yeah.
I'm there to dictate your emotions. I'm a dictator at that point. That's all we're fighting for is free speech. That's all we want. All as comedians, that's all we want. We want the opportunity to try to be funny. Whether it's funny or not is left up to the reception of the audience. But we want the attempt to try to be funny. That's it. That's all we're asking for. It's not that hard. When you're watching a comedian on stage, turn your emotional ears off. I do. I was in L.A., man. I heard plenty of racist jokes that I could have been like, man, fuck you. But what does that get me? Put out of that comedy club? An opportunity to not grow my career?
So what do you do when you hear the racist joke?
If it's good, I'm like, hey, you did that. I don't know how you pull that off, but it's good. But if it's bad, I'm like, yo, man, you could have said this, maybe take that out. You didn't have to be so blatant, But I get it. It's an opportunity. It's an attempt.
If I'm going to understand you.
Like Patrice O'Neal said, the bad joke and a good joke come from the same place. So you got to allow the attempt. Give me a second, y'all. I'm just going to see how I'm kind of just playing with the video settings like I was saying earlier. And I'm kind of trying to see how good of a video quality I can maintain without like turning on the lights, because I kind of want to have like a chill vibe here without like turning on the overhead light. But at some point it does affect, when I keep brightening the video settings, it does affect the quality of the camera. So I'm just kind of like playing around with shit, seeing how it looks. That way it can be more polished for future streams. I don't know if y'all can tell, but now that it's like darker in here, I only have this little lamp to the side. And the only other light I have in here really that I can turn on at the moment is the overhead light, and that would make it really bright. And then I could turn down the camera brightness settings, and it would probably be clear overall. But I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around with it. I don't know. I don't think it looks too bad. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the video react. We can finish up.
Correctly. You're an equal opportunity offender.
A little behind the scenes if anyone's watching right now.
It doesn't matter who you offend. Like you take joy in offending people.
Why not?
Yeah, you actually. How can you live like that?
When you made your rap, were you catering to a certain group of people?
Yeah, I was. I was catering to people who was who was struggling.
So what happened?
Who had been betrayed. I was catering to people who had been betrayed.
So what happened to the people that were offended by what you were saying? Do you care about them, or are you gonna keep doing you?
Good point. You got me there. You got me.
At what point do I care about what you think if I'm doing something that's true to me?
But what's true to you? What does that mean? What's true?
What's true to me is saying what I want. That's what's true to me. Saying what I want in the attempt to be funny.
You have a daughter, right?
Two
daughters. 9
and 4.
Would you just say whatever you want to your daughters, even if it offended them?
Yeah, my daughter. That's such a funny story because my 4-year-old the other day, she's like, "Daddy, why you always call me Naka?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Naka. You always say Naka." I was like, "Oh, nigga." I'd be like, "Baby, that's just how I talk." That's just how I talk.
What would you say if a white person called your daughter that?
They did.
And what happened?
I told my 9-year-old, I said, "Baby, it's just a word. It only has the power you allow it to give it." I said, "Were you offended?" She said, "No." She said, "I just thought it was stupid." I said, "Well, there you go. Yeah. She's stupid. So call me stupid. But don't call me a coon. Don't call me a sellout. Don't say I should be canceled. Just call me stupid. I'll take that. I'm stupid."
David, you're stupid, man.
There we go.
You're stupid.
In the attempt to be funny.
In the attempt to be funny, you're very stupid.
I'll take that. I appreciate that. Call me an idiot. David, you're dumb.
You're an idiot. What else can I call you?
It doesn't offend me.
This is the first time I've ever insulted anybody on my show. What else can I get away with calling you?
Whatever you want, because the words don't mean shit to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I tell you what, man, this has been an enlightening discussion.
I'm glad I could come, sir.
Yeah.
So hopefully we continue to fight for free speech. And all you BLM motherfuckers, y'all can see me. My tour dates is on my goddamn schedule. Ain't nobody scared. You support BLM? That's another hour.
Say, man,
I get
I
it.
tell you what I
part
do
two.
support. I do support unity. And I'm serious, like here. Like not just
Shout out to that.
unity between us. Because I just don't believe that we're gonna make it as a society if we don't figure this shit out. All of us.
We're not.
I don't think we're
We're
gonna
not.
I don't think we're gonna make it. I think
We're
this
not.
I think this shit is
You
gonna
get it.
implode on us.
You get it. You
Like,
get it. You're smart, Willie.
We gotta figure this shit out because, like, we live in this type of society where it's every man for himself, and you know, a lot of us we just like care
It's a
about
very
what's going
individualist.
on with our own thing, our own family. And the thing is, this is like, if you see that kid out, that's on the wrong track, a little
Willie,
lost, or
Mr.
whatever.
Willie, look, can
Yeah.
I say something?
Speak.
So, a lot of people call me a coon, tell me I don't like black people, but I've convinced the biggest YouTuber in the world to come to my city to help me build houses for low-income families. So you can't just look at my words. You gotta look at my actions. I own low-income houses right now. Houses that I could be getting $1,800, $2,000 a month. I own several of those. But because I understand, I put those houses on Section 8. And now I get $700, $800. And when they move out, they fucked up. So that $700, $800 a month don't even matter if they were only there 8 months. Because I got $5,600 and you caused $10,000 worth of damage.
Well,
I do a lot.
Well, one could argue that the government gives black folks billions of dollars every year, and we know how they feel about it.
I'm talking about me, sir. I'm talking about.
I'm just saying, just because I'm just saying,
I'm talking about what I'm doing for my the city I grew up in.
I'm just saying, Dave, that just because I want to make it clear that just because somebody gives you money or spend money on you doesn't mean they love you, they care about you. Because a pimp will put a nice wig on a woman in high heels and give her a purse and a nice dress and put out on the host roll to sell her body.
What I'm saying is, I was raised by a single mama.
Yeah.
I know the struggle. When I was like 7 years old, we moved in with my grandparents. I didn't know struggle no more after that. My daddy, whatever he did great in his life, it didn't affect me because he wasn't around. I met my daddy 6 times in my life. 6.
When's the last time you met him?
Well, when I buried that nigga. That was the last time I saw him.
How old were you?
This was 3-4 months ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Paid for his whole funeral out of my pocket.
Yeah.
All of it. Didn't question it because that's my lineage. That's what I did.
You have other sisters and brothers?
Speculated, but they didn't come around. Like, I'm half Cuban and half black, so my daddy was a ladies' man. But those, I was.
Oh, they gonna open up on your ass now.
Open up.
He's half Cuban. That's why he talking that shit.
You don't think the slave ship stopped in Cuba before it got to America? They had to put some new sails on gas or whatever, however you want to put it. But I mean, he's darker than me, curly hair. Yeah. But still, though, it don't matter. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I look like this.
I mean,
I just look like this, man.
We gotta figure it out, bro. Like we to finish the point that I was gonna make, with seeing that youngster out there that might be, on the wrong track. I think it's incumbent on us to at least try to help, try to reach out to that youngster.
Listen.
Let me
Okay,
make the point.
go ahead.
At least try to reach out to that youngster, because here's the thing. Do we want that kid to continue on and be, left to his own, to his own, or do we want a kid that we've actually tried to get, we actually gave some help to so he can better himself. It don't take a lot of times, all it takes is somebody reaching out and letting one of these youngsters know that somebody care about them, because a lot of times these youngsters don't get that.
I do that.
So I'm just saying that.
I do that.
But
I do a lot in the community.
But I'm speaking about.
I do a lot.
I'm speaking about us as a people in a broader
as a whole.
sense, and not just black people. I'm talking about us as a society in this United States of America.
Absolutely.
We got to figure this shit out, bro, because we ain't going to make it. And everybody who talking about, yeah, let's go to war, that shit ain't going to turn out like you think it's going to turn out.
I completely agree with this little portion. We got to figure shit out and get together. We go to war shit sounds, it doesn't even sound cool, but the saying Star the Hater would always say, sounds cool, but sounds hot. It's like, that shit is not where it's at. So.
It ain't going to go like you think. I don't care how many guns you got. I don't care how many rollers you got.
What happened
it
with
ain't going to turn out like you think it's going to
What
turn
happened
out.
with the Not Fucking Around Coalition, NFC?
Dude got, he got popped.
Okay. I just wonder. But yeah, any of these people in here right now, man, my boy Jay Can.
But he got popped because he wasn't fucking around.
My boy Jay Can, man, he's a Houston native. Great friend of mine. I consider him family, right? And he could tell.
But you ain't let him open up for you.
What? Come on, man. What we talking about? what we talking about, man? We both got two. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, any of these people in here right now can tell you how much I go back to where I was raised, or even here in Houston, man. I be in the hood. No security. Just my own gun.
Don't do that.
What you mean?
Don't do that.
Bro,
don't do that. You ain't got nothing to prove.
What I'm saying is, I be with him.
That's good advice from Willie D. Don't go out trying to be the hero or the tough guy or anything, any way. Like, I don't know,
Him. I be with Jay Can. I be with Jesus Josh. I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care about what?
Nothing.
No, you need to care about something.
I care to a certain extent. I mean, I'm from this. I can recognize danger. I can smell it a mile away. But what I'm saying is,
sitting around watching them damn police cams and shit.
I do that. That's why I can access danger. I can talk my way out. I can joke my way out of it. Bro, I've been in some fucked up situations. Trust me. I mean, look at me, bro. I got a gun. I look like. But what I'm saying is, man, I give back. I don't put it on video. I don't need to, because that's not real. For Christmases, anybody that has anything bad to say about me, you know what I'm saying? For Christmases, I'll put on my Facebook, hey, how many single mamas need $500? I'll take 15 single mamas.
What about the single daddies?
Man, fuck a single daddy. Nigga,
Come on, bro. I mean, the single daddy need help.
You should be out there busting your ass. Too. If he got 2-3 jobs, I'll help you out. But I'll take 15 to 20 single mamas every Christmas. Here go $500, boo. Hopefully that helps. December 23rd. Hopefully that helps. Man, I don't gotta put it on video, bro. But I give money away.
Check this out, Dave.
I give it away because it don't mean shit.
Check this out, Dave. I hear what you're saying about not highlighting your good deeds, but I'm actually a proponent of highlighting your good deeds, and here's why. Here's why. Because the moment you do something fucked up, it's gonna be blasted everywhere.
And in secret.
It's gonna be blasted everywhere. So I think let me just finish.
In secret.
I think that people need to know your good deeds so that it can offset any when people do come for you.
I don't want that.
That criticism can be offset.
I don't want that.
Well, if you don't want it, that's fine.
In secret, I'm gonna continue to do for the black community. I was raised by a single mama. In secret, I'm gonna continue to go to stores that have layaway and pay random layaways during Christmas time. In secret, I'm gonna continue to do that. I don't need no publication. I don't need an article. I don't need, oh, here we go. Hey, film me right now. Walking to Walmart, man. Here go $10,000, y'all. Put that on every, how many layaways?
But not like that all the time. No, I'm not saying like some people go overboard with it.
I don't need to do it, man.
Some people see it, a homeless person and pull out the camera. Now watch this. I'm finna go bless 2 people.
Nah,
You know,
I don't need it.
I'm not saying all of that.
Can you bless me money-wise?
I don't need it.
I do think people should highlight their good deeds, though.
No, I don't need
Not
to.
necessarily everything good that you do, because there's so much that I do that you know,
Money-wise.
I've never
I don't want
highlighted,
it.
but
I don't need it.
I think it's good that people know that you're doing good stuff.
I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need it. For what?
You need a publicist.
No.
You need a publicist.
Hey, bro, that clip was all the publicists I needed.
No, you need a publicist.
Hey,
because you gonna you get a lot of shine and you get a lot of dates, you get a lot of stuff going on, man. But when you get a publicist and you listen to the publicist,
I'm hard headed.
Because you don't want to listen. That's why you ain't got no publicist. You probably fired him.
I told you I got Asperger's. I don't listen. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, man, when I drop these houses, these low-income houses in Macon, Georgia. Shout out to Macon 478. What's happening? Y'all might not be fucking with me right now. A lot of people I went to school with and grew up with, you know, y'all talking y'all shit, but do it. But when I drop these low-income houses, and we know who is in the low-income bracket, blacks and Hispanics.
And who else?
Some whites.
A lot of whites.
Okay, all
man,
right.
Y'all be killing me, man, like getting white people a pass on being broke, man. There's so many white people
Yes,
out
the
there.
trailer park exists.
It's not just the trailer parks. It's a lot of white people out there struggling, man.
All right, god damn it. Maybe I won't drop the houses, Willie. How about that shit? Maybe I'll buy another fucking car. Will that make you happier?
No, buy the houses, man. I ain't gonna get emotional about this, man. Buy the houses, man.
Willie, I got to buy another car. Maybe I'll get me a G-Wagon, Willie.
Buy the houses.
I ain't got no G-Wagon, Willie. What the fuck?
Man. Buy the houses.
Good conversation between these two guys.
I got the G-Wagon because I didn't buy the houses.
Maybe I won't buy the fucking houses. But I just play. When I drop the houses, man, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I got big plans for my city, bro. I'm about to open up a fucking whole, don't want to profit from it. I'm about to open up a whole multimedia center where black kids can come learn, any underprivileged kid. Not just limited to blacks, but you don't got to pay for it. Let me show you how you can do this, what we doing right now.
That's dope.
Let me show you how you can banner and get paid for it. Let me show you how you can learn how to work a camera and get paid for it. Let me show you how you can edit. I know how to edit. I know how to color grade. I know how to work a camera. I did all that shit. Let me show you how you can do this.
I need to be in touch with David Lucas.
And you don't got to just play football or rap.
Or do comedy.
No, they going to do comedy.
Fuck what
they
you
speak their
heard.
mind. But yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, man, earlier, man, comedy is subjective. And just as, you know, rappers or anybody, you know, who exercises freedom of speech and counts on that being enforced, comedians have a right to say what they want to say.
Thank you, sir.
And
that's all I ask.
They also have a right to deal with the consequences that come with that.
Yeah, freedom of speech, but not a freedom of consequences.
And if you're good with that, then that's what it is. Man, thank you for coming on the show.
I appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, David Lucas.
Mm-hmm. David Coon Lucas.
David Coon Lucas. No more talk.
Oh, shit, it was muted. All right. Well, that was the conversation between them. I had myself muted, but that was my second official live stream. First one was like if you know, you were there type shit. But it was last Saturday for the All-Star game or the All-Star events. That was just kind of a test run to see how it would go with the camera, sound, everything. This was my second go at it. So hopefully this video gets to stay up. Hopefully David Lucas or Willie D don't fucking ban me. So yeah, I want to try to give y'all a couple like live stream things. Maybe not quite as long as this one. This one was like a 3-hour thing, but maybe like, 30, 45 minutes, hour, 1 or 2 times a week, just to kind of give y'all more content in between the episodes. And I'm thinking about going live doing stuff like this, I was gonna go live when the cell phone outage happened for like that half a day, Tuesday or Wednesday, but my account was down because of the NBA stream that got taken down and gave me a strike. So anyway, yeah, I want to try to go live once or twice a week talking about like stuff that's relevant and happening at that time that people are really interested in hearing about. Maybe y'all can get in the chat. We can get back and forth, kind of, have a discussion. And then I'm also thinking about doing it. I'm not sure if I'll do it on this channel, the Where There's Smoke channel, or my other channel, which is like my artist page, Syntax Boys. I might go over there, and I'm thinking about going live and freestyling because I'm a pretty big fan of like freestyling and stuff. So I don't know if that's something people would be interested in. I'm thinking about doing that. So other than that, in the near future, maybe the next time I go live, I'll try to do YouTube and Instagram. I'd like to do TikTok also, but I need 1,000 followers over there before I can go live. So if you're a fan of the show, a fan of what I'm doing here, what me and Josh are trying to build, and others too, like Matt, Weston, Tyler, we got other people in the background that are eager to get on and help us build. So if you're a fan of what we're building here and kind of the content I'm providing, let me know. Let me know what you want to see. And kind of what you'd be interested in. And yeah, if you're a fan of this and like this shit and you're following us on YouTube and stuff, go ahead and go over to TikTok and follow us. And just let me know what you're interested in. The Spurs are about to play right now. I kind of want to go live and commentate on that. Just kind of a more chill thing. I don't know who would really tune in. But yeah, we're just trying to grow and expand and kind of test the waters. And, just put out some content 2024 and really, kind of just expand this year and give the world some good content. So y'all let me know what y'all are fucking with. Like, subscribe, comment. Get at me. Get in the comments. Any thoughts? Anything y'all want to see? If you're a new subscriber from the All-Star game, and you're considering leaving, before you leave, give me a comment and tell me what you want to see or if there's anything that could keep you. I know you subscribe for that and then you're kind of like, I'd probably just leave. But if there's anything I could do to keep you or to get new fans, let me know. We got killer interviews coming on the podcast. We got several coming up. So, yeah, 2024, we're just up and onwards. So, LOG from Where the Smoke.